Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, that's working now for audio. Everybody in Twitch land can hear me now, correct? Yeah, you're looking at an odd scene, I know. Don't worry about that. I'm just checking an audio thing here. That should all be working. Somebody in chat can confirm they're hearing that. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No.
Yep. Okay, now we're going to switch back to the correct view. Something went wonky.
The hurricane, right?
All righty.
Okay.
Due to shitty work
She's still
schedule.
alive.
She's fine.
Okay, our audio should be back. Everybody hearing me now, correct?
Nope.
I'm not talking to you, Josh, and that's not helpful. Okay. All right. Excellent. Yeah. So we had to delete and add the audio source. Something went funky on the audio source, but that should all be good now. And we're going to go live with our video here in just a second. While we're preparing, thanks everybody for joining us. And we are down a player tonight. Hob had to close. She messaged me first thing this morning, but she has talked with her manager and assured me that that will not be happening again in the future. And as always, we will continue to run as often as we can, even if we're down one player, unless it is a really critical situation for one of the PCs. So I'm going to go ahead and click over to live so everyone can see us in 3, 2, thank you, old school, and 1.
Okay.
All right, and let's see here. We've got to figure out why that is not fired. Oh, there we go. Monitor only mute.
I've had
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hearing us now? How about now? Testing now. And then testing again now. And testing some more now. And we're going to test one more time now. For now, yes. Okay. Yeah, I've had to change up some settings, but this should roll for us. Got everybody in the right spot. So thank you guys for being patient. We won't go through any of our pre-roll stuff. We'll save the map for the break so we can get right into the gaming. I want to say thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight, and welcome to Blue Box. This is episode 34 and 91 of Greyhawk Awakening. We're in Book 2, and you will note that we are missing one Hob tonight. She's had to work. Thank you very much, Tracy, for the sub. We appreciate that. And she'll be back with us next week. We will be missing, unfortunately, Becca. She's got something she's got to handle next week, but we'll still roll. And then we should be back full strength the week after that. So we'll just keep the story going. I've got lots of exciting stuff happening here. I'll give you just a couple updates. Of course, we know Trisco Clefs. You see him, Joffrey, who's the storycaster of Dice Songs in the chat. He's working on some custom music for Blue Box, and he's actually got several different pieces of tracks, and we're honing in on it. It's really, really cool. So we'll have theme music, and we'll have some different clips that we'll be playing in stream. Also working on brand new overlays. Hob has created some artwork for us, but then I've got the animation folks working on new stingers and new animations. Just continuing to level up the channel, and it's exciting stuff. Thanks everyone who was with us for virtual Greyhawk Con this weekend. We had a fantastic convention, busy all week long. We ran 2 streams here at Blue Box. Super great attendance. All the Mad Chatters were in effect on all the different streams. Was so proud of all the Mad Chatters that supported VGHC. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And one other thing I was going to mention. We got a couple giveaways tonight. I'll talk about those in a moment. The thing I wanted to mention to all the players, if you haven't done it yet, inside the GHA team chat, there's a link to something called OBS Ninja. What OBS Ninja is going to allow you to do is to see my screen in real time if you are one of my players. We've always had this issue where you are 2-3 seconds delayed. So I'm showing a map, or I'm pointing to a mini, or I'm describing something that you're not seeing in the same way that our viewers are. So if you can take that and move it to your second screen, make sure you still have access to the Twitch chat somewhere, because you want to stay engaged with the Mad Chatters, but then you'll see what I'm showing to the viewers in the same time frame without that Twitch lag that you've experienced. So hopefully that helps you guys a little bit tonight. All right, let's go ahead and let's see. Please fix Valfino and Rasmus. Actually, it really helped. There we go. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, yes, and Secret Santa. You got to get your Secret Santa in by Friday. You bet, Joffrey, no problem. Secret Santa in by Friday. By the way, yes, with Joffrey, I should have mentioned, when you hear the theme song, he will be open for commissions for other streams or for other fantasy work that you want to have done, and you'll see he's very, very talented. He's got a lot of really expensive equipment and stuff that he works with, too. All right, let's go to what happened last time. Vivi, you're up.
Excuse me. I was like, okay. Previously on Greyhawk Awakening, Rasmus sets the cathedral ablaze and the smoke begins to fill the seemingly endless ceilings, the heat rising, pushing the group for a quick escape. Facing the same blood golem again, with much less time for discussion, decide it's best to let Rizia go first. She loses her footing and slides into the center of the pit. Rowan acts quickly and whips the rope along, aiding Rizia to the other side, and the others make it across, leaving Valfino left to fight over who is the most chivalrous by letting the other go first. You. No, you first. No, you. I insist. Making their way across, a voice shouts from the grate above. The group make it back to the cemetery from which they entered. Anaho, leading the group, come face to face with 2 robed figures, demanding Anaho to surrender to Hextor. Anaho attempts to talk his way out of it. Rowan, hearing the confrontation, attempts to stop the group from moving forward for a second before they all come to his aid, slaying 2 robed figures, Rasmus slicing an X into the chest of one of them. Reinforcements arrive and chase the group into the populated streets of Spine Castle. The group manages to lose the robed figures, chasing them, and after a weak plea, find refuge at Hobart's town home. Once in his town home, Hobart rests, Rasmus pukes. Val sees a locked chest that Rasmus is sitting on and attempts to steal from the poor, unfortunate, tortured man. After a few advisements from Rasmus, he's able to convince Val to leave it alone for now. Val sleeps leaning against the chest, dagger still wedged in the lock. Anaho searches the home, still not able to fully relax, unsure of the safety of Hobart's townhome. Finds a trap with a crossbow, which he removes and takes, and some documents and investigation notes. And set up camp above, ready to shoot the vat of oil if anyone attempts to enter. The next morning, Hobart reveals that he has been kidnapped because he was kidnapped because they thought he knew where the key was, and that the key to Spine Castle isn't a key, so to speak, but rather a gem that opens the door beyond to the beyond. Whomever holds it will have great power. Hobart, even in this state, wants to continue to work and brings out a metal rod in order to communicate with Count Dunstan, and an image of him appears in the room. They report to Hobart that he was taken by the Black Moon Knolls, being held in the basement of the Temple of Hexstar. Rasmus offers condolences, moving aside to reveal the dead body of Sir Alan, Count Dunstan's daughter's husband, along with his shield. Count Dunstan requests the adventurers stay in Spine Castle to aid in retrieving the key. The group, spawned only growing stronger after making it out of the temple alive, deny his request, stating that they have more pressing matters to attend. But if he would be able to offer Rowan and Rizia more time, somehow they would be more inclined to help. But he cannot. Disappointed but understands, he asks if there's any more information the group can offer. They tell him about the creature in the pit, the blood golem, and the steel masked figure, which Hobart names as Onyx. After another plea for help, a bit of persuasion, the group deny again. The group collect the money from the completed quest, and for some reason, John forgets that Rizzy is money driven.
That's what happens when you don't have. I tell you, I do things to your PCs when you're not here. So.
And then Anaho finds out that the Drow are actually searching for him, and we last left off with the group ready to continue on their travels.
Nicely done, as always. Thank you very much. And tonight, quickly before we go into player introductions and start the game off, was everyone able to get the OBS Ninja up? Can you see the map?
I see a ninja.
Okay, all right, that's all you need, and then you'll see some other stuff momentarily. Okay, so. Tonight, we have Tailspire licenses to give away. Tonight, we're also going to give away this fantastic World of Greyhawk Mordenkainen's adventure, reprint from Lightning Source, a really fun adventure book. And then I may have a couple of surprises for tonight as well. Reminder, there will not be a Lore Masters Arcanum tomorrow night. We're going to give everyone the night off after the busy VGHC, but we did not want to miss the opportunity to keep the momentum going from a great weekend and wanted to get our game going tonight. On Sunday, we will have the return of Tears of Aird. That'll be episode 2. Brand new story kicking off, and it's been super well attended so far. The players are much better than Josh, and it's been really, really well received. So you'll want to be here for Sunday at 1:30 Central Time for Tears of Aird, featuring the game world of Stephen Chino, Trollor Games, and also the Free City of Altamira, which will be appearing as a box set as created by our own Lord Gazumba. And so we're really excited about that. Okay, let's quickly go around and have you describe your character, tell us who you are, and just a little bit about you, and we're going to start with Anaho today.
Yeah, so I play Anaho. He is a 2'11" halfling, very, very quiet in all he does. He has had a bit of a journey over the last, whatever it's been, 3 weeks, month and a half, meeting the crew and having a bit of interactions with healing and rain, and now his dagger, once given to Rizia and now given to this here individual.
Very nicely done. All right, let's go to Rasmus.
Hello, I play Rasmus. He's a 5th level Inquisitor. He's a really great guy. He and his best buddy Rasputin have mixed into one sort of being, with his right arm being that of like a venom-like claw and arm. He's a good, fun guy that's slowly beginning to be a leader and or helper to move forward the party in tough junction points. He's weirdly learned about certain things, but he's happy to help out and be a good healer for the team. Go Tigers.
All right. Let's move on to Rizia. Rizia, by the way, you got a +1 earlier from the ever mysterious Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
And then thank you, Joffrey. I've got 2 now from Joffrey. So we appreciate that. Hey, you bet, Dragon at Rest. We're going to have a fun time tonight. This is a great group of players, and the story continues to develop. Let's go to Becca, who is playing Valfino.
Hi, yes, I play Valfino. He is a half-elf who is also very money-driven, and Val is the guy that you want on your team. He's kind of sneaky, but he's always got his guys' backs. Like, his friends come first. He's
Not money hungry. Just kidding.
Yeah. No.
I'm never gonna let it die.
Never let it die. Never let it die.
No audio. It says audio.
No, it's back now. I think really what I need is a system reboot, but I'm not going to do that. I think I'll just have to keep an eye on it tonight. It keeps defaulting back to the wrong audio input. It's something happening inside of Slobs. So we'll just roll with it tonight, and I'll watch it carefully. If it does happen, just let me know in the chat. I've got a nice little bar here I can just keep an eye on. All right, so with that said, let's get started. Reminding you where you're at, this is the gorgeous map of Greyhawk, the Flaness, created by Anna B. Meyer. This is a custom version. If you've not seen this before, it was made specifically for Greyhawk Awakening and Blue Box. You can see it's got our logo over here in the upper right-hand corner. And it's got all of her legend information. I'll drop this. I don't know why I've never done this. I'll drop this into the Greyhawk team chat so you guys can all have a copy of this as well so you can see it. But you have traveled north throughout the campaign from your favorite city, Relastra, all those fond memories and dead bodies left behind. And you have journeyed north. You now find yourself leaving Spine Castle. And if you didn't get to see it, Spine Castle and an offshoot of your story was featured during VGHC in my one-shot on Saturday, entitled Siege and Desperation. And the basic premise of that story was that because you failed to assist, the cultists did find the key to Spine Castle, raised an undead horde, slew thousands along the southern coast, southern Rakers, overcame many of the keeps, and actually marched on Count Dunstan in Neural. And some intrepid heroes that were far more interested in helping than you were actually wound up saving the day. That's not canon. That's not true in our game. It was just an offshoot. Now, it could happen at some point, but it hasn't happened yet. You just left. You are traveling along this road that really then breaks off and leads into trails up into the Raker Mountains. You're now past the low foothills. You've been traveling for a full day, and the wind is getting cooler, snow on the horizon. The steeps are getting more and more slopes are getting more and more steep. You see tall conifers which dot the snowy landscape. Frosty tundra cracks beneath your feet, and you all bundle up under warmth as best you can. You find yourselves now in sort of mid-afternoon, slogging through the snow, and it is there that we begin episode 34, of Greyhawk Awakening, Book 2. Let me kill this music.
It's Canada.
Vivi's right at home.
This area best in so many ways.
Actually, yeah, in both ways.
Yeah.
IRL and also in character. So I think you would imagine that Rizik can actually navigate through the snow very well. She's actually a snow barbarian.
Snow barbarian, oh,
Yes, I am. Canada.
It is a desolate landscape. Whatever trail did exist is now very difficult to see. You have recent snow, which covers most of it, and you make those tracks as best you can. As I said before, you see those tall conifers surrounding you, and all of you, your thoughts turn somewhat maudlin as you think of what you have just left behind, and it is there that we begin.
Razia would lead the way then. I'm assuming she would know the best, so.
Okay.
Rasmus on the back.
All right.
Not on her back, but at the very back.
Get on.
just so it's understood.
Rowan, as she follows behind, ever since the incident inside the temple, beneath the temple in Spine Castle, where her transformation was revealed, she was herself during combat, but after the combat, after leaving the town, you can see she's very thoughtful and clearly revealing her secret, her curse, to all of you is something that is she's still struggling with.
With this newfound feeling of struggle, did she decide to hand out most of her gold to those of the party?
She did not. No, that's not what happened at all.
I thought I would
Just say
ask.
yes, John.
Yeah, come on, John.
We'll deal with the
consequences.
The consequences later.
Anaho
Okay.
will go ahead and be behind Rizia, keeping a very large object in front of him in this kind of weather.
Windy.
Wow.
I like not
Rude.
having
How
tracks.
large would you say?
Whatever, I'm 2'11", so I like not having tracks, but this place is insane.
All right.
I think Val would fall back with Rasmus.
All right. And so your party marching order is set. The wind bites through your clothing, swirls of snow. It looks like you can see a storm on the horizon. As you continue to move along, you do notice there is something moving in the trees to the right. Even as you look over toward it, at first you see nothing. You think you see movement, but the movement is not clear or apparent to you, and then something seems to go behind the trees.
Can I roll for something?
Can you roll for something? Sure. Would you like to roll for perception?
Yes, but also can I get a plussy for something just for knowing the terrain or knowing the area? what
Yes,
might be.
actually, I think that's very fair. Yes, you can.
Okay. Perception, right?
Yep.
12 plus 9.
Okay, yeah. So, and this will be a downside of you guys having OBS Ninja, because you'll actually see, what I'm working behind the scenes, even when the viewers can't see it.
We can hide it.
But I think it's more important that you,
Yeah.
Rizia, you've seen these before. Huge snowcats that move among these mountains. Oftentimes, they feed on unwary travelers, but this one seems to be behaving strangely. It moves in and out of the trees and seems to be almost watching, not with a predatory instinct, but with an observational instinct.
She'll cautiously move towards it, but she'll definitely let the group know, just silently with just her hands, like who is right behind her, Anaho, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There's something there. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see that. Is that something that we should be concerned of?
Just kind of stalks quietly. Yellow eyes, amber tinged, stare out from among the trees. You see it sense you.
You notice that she doesn't break eye contact with it. She's still talking to you over her shoulder, Anaho, as she takes her great axe out. Typically they are. This one's acting a bit odd.
All right, everyone roll D20 again, add your perception bonus, and give me your total number.
I'll go ahead and pull out my daggers.
18 plus 9.
I got
Plus
you.
whatever bonus for just knowing the land.
21.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
Josh, you're rolling good too?
yeah. Give me a second.
Yeah, look at us.
Go ahead, say yours, Josh, and then I'll say mine.
Okay. I'll shut up.
Rory's is like
Perception.
35.
Yeah, he's like 220. 26.
26. All right.
Sure.
I got 30.
You have a 30, Anaho?
Yeah.
All right.
He sees
Anaho, you...
game.
You have a different vantage point because you're so short. You're sort of eye level with this creature's neck, and you note it's difficult to see. The fur is thick, but you see there's a collar that is partially concealed under the fur.
I'll tap Rizia's leg. Rizia, do you know of these to be captured or pets? It looks like it has a collar from where I stand.
And would I know that?
Now that he mentions it, you look more
No,
closely.
I meant like would I know that if they are easily like
Do a knowledge.
word?
Do a knowledge geography, and I will add a bonus. Actually, add +5 to it.
okay. Geography, I got nothing in geography, man.
That's why you got a +5.
No, I rolled a 4 plus 5. 9.
No, you know these cats to be wild, and nothing you would think of as easily tamed. All you can presume is whatever would have to be substantial.
I've never seen it myself. They're usually wild and they usually attack. They don't stalk like this.
Does that mean that we should press on and watch, or should we just kill it now? It's pretty big. I'm in favor of just moving, but
As you're watching and talking, it gives one more sniff. You hear a snarl, and then it darts back between the trees and vanishes.
Oh,
Can I make note of the direction in which it's going?
Yes, it moves. So you bringing back up the map, you are traveling along this road, so you're moving basically north. It darts to the east, so which would be to your right. You can hear the sound of water flowing in that direction.
Yeah. I think we can leave it for now.
I don't like the fact that we can't see where it went, but lead the way.
And she'll press forward.
Okay, all right. You continue to move forward. You travel in the snow for about a quarter mile more, keeping an eye out, seeing no further sign of that creature. But as you're traveling along the road, or the path that you can, every once in a while you can make out indentations in the snow. You know you're still generally on the path. You see figures coming down the side of the mountain about a quarter mile ahead of you. You make them out through the trees. It looks like two people and some kind of a cart or a wagon.
Okay. We'll keep moving forward then.
Okay.
If they're just two people, right? You said? Human?
You can't tell from this distance.
Okay. Yeah, well then we'll move forward.
Okay. All right. As they get closer, you see there is, in fact, a dwarven man and an elven woman that are pulling a cart. It looks like it's filled with items. And as they get closer, they kind of pull up and stare at you warily.
Anybody need anything?
I'll tuck my daggers back and take on a very childlike look. Very childlike demeanor is what I meant. And tap Rizia's leg on the way, and I'll pass her by, pushing towards these individuals, but keeping that very childish demeanor and coming off as cold and scared and needing help.
Taking a page from the spy does.
Okay. All right. So as you do this, are you moving to the front then?
Yeah, I was right behind Rizzy anyways, but I'll move in front of her and then even continue on to the dwarf and the elf and kind of put on this facade.
Okay. As you get closer to them, the dwarf steps forward. He has a heavy axe in one hand, his beard gray and hanging down to his belt. The woman next to him is, in fact, an elf, and she has silvery hair. The two look at one another. They lay down the cart, and the dwarf lifts up a hand. Hold there! And he kind of looks over the group, watches to see what you're doing.
We're just walking.
So you continue to walk toward him?
Press forward and just, please help us. It's so cold and I'm so little out here. We need some help, please.
As you see this, his eyes dart toward the rest of the party. I'm assuming that Rasmus has his arm covered. It's cold, so...
Yeah. His arm's fully covered up, but his left arm is in fact resting on his hilt. And just kind of as he walks and just keeping an eye to the left and the right to the brush around them. Because this might be a focal point, but he's going to see if there's anything to the left and right that might be waiting for them, not really paying attention to whatever conversation happens ahead unless talked to.
As you do this, the dwarf's eyes kind of scan the party, and he looks and lingers a moment as he sees Rizia taking note of her tusks, and he slowly steps forward, his footsteps crunching in the snow, and he says, I mean no harm. I am Murin. This is Alsara. We are traders here.
What do you have to trade?
We have standard items, and we also have some special items, but tell me, do you have coin?
Sorry, I just saw in the chat that Patron wrote melons. If he did, that'd be great.
the one thing that I sell? I only sell melons.
They've got a good store of melons. No. I said,
Oh, dang.
but I want no trouble. I see the hands on the blades.
Dangerous area.
Aye. Very dangerous.
Well, then best to be prepared.
There are snow orcs about as well. And we have seen the green forum.
The what?
The green forum. In your tongue. Big hairy bastards.
The cats.
No. You have seen the big cats. The big cats, they serve the Barhurum. If you have seen, you are already hunted.
Oh, great.
Well, have you been seen?
Asara and I are very good at not being seen.
And she'll look behind just to see if she could see tracks and stuff like that from in which the direction that they're coming from.
Yeah, you see the tracks. They lead up the mountain slope, and Alsara kind of steps forward. We are but travelers. We find no place in most towns. Our love is often frowned upon. But we do have goods to sell, or if not, leave us be on our way. We want no trouble.
You have furs?
Indeed. Of course. We have furs, and we have... And you see, like, they're kind of looking at each other, like, clearly they have items of value, but they are hesitant, not knowing your intent, to say too much about the value that they have. Thank you very much for the follows.
I'll go ahead and I'll stand up and drop the facade. And just like I still look obviously like me, but I'm not acting like a child anymore. And in all honesty, if we could get some furs or something to help us, we plan to go onto the mountain that way, be where you came from.
Rizio will look behind just to see who needs furs. Obviously, Rowan. But I don't know what Val's wearing.
Val is wearing just your basic like leather armor, so nothing too warm.
Okay, then she'll buy furs for everybody who needs furs in the group.
Okay. And each of you, and by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier. You wound up letting the horses go that you had bought inside of Spine Castle. As soon as you started heading up this mountain, these beasts were ill-equipped, malnourished, and would never have survived on these snowy slopes.
Poor donkey.
No, your donkey was fine.
I just wanted to be noted that Rasmus took care of the horses the best of his ability until they had to let him go.
Very good.
Thinking to himself,
You did. And by the way, Josh, did you get my Discord earlier today?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was really hot.
What's that?
What?
Did you get my Discord earlier today?
Yeah, I
He
did.
said, yeah,
Okay.
it was really.
Okay. Oh. Sorry. I should have known, Josh. All right. So.
Hey, listen, did you guys split that money and give that money to me, or did you do what John said and send that?
No, you said you didn't want any of it, so
We took it all.
Yeah,
You got the
gave it.
200.
We
You
gave
got the,
Thank you.
You got the 200.
Okay, so I'll add that. But how much would all the furs be then?
Alsara moves to the cart. How many furs do you want?
Enough for all of us, so 5.
Five. All right.
Actually, I should have some already, but I'll buy some extra.
She pulls out 5 heavy pelts. All of them are white, from some sort of white bear. They're large, they're well cut, and she says, each of these are 10 gold. This will keep you warm, and the beasts are hard to come by.
And she'll pay her the 10 gold each.
Okay. She collects the 50 gold coins, and as she sees you produce the coins and sees that there is more, she and Murin exchange glances, and Murin says, I have items of great interest if you're interested. I have magic as well. And Alsara here, she is well favored when it comes to the discerning of magics, if you have any which you wish to have looked at.
Yes, that would be favorable for, I think, a few of us.
She'll move to the side as she hears that. She can already tell that Anaho and like Rasmus are going to be like sauntering their way to the front. So she kind of just moves aside, but she'll hand out the pelts to everybody.
Rasmus will absentmindedly take the pelt, but he's still, like I said, he's not paying attention to the conversation going on ahead. He's keeping his eyes on the perimeter.
Okay. All right. You kind of pan your eyes around, and in fact, on one rightward pan, you see some movement in the trees to your right. Just a quick flash of white fur that then disappears into the trees again.
As Rizzy begins to move back, he's also going to lean over to Val. Keep an eye over there. I just saw movements. As he's just kind of like going to crack his neck in the direction that he saw it. And then once Rizzy comes by, he's going to whisper that to her as well.
Okay. When they see there's some interest, Murin walks back to the cart. He opens what looks like a small chest, and from it he pulls a couple of items. He comes forward holding, in one hand he's got a potion bottle that's sort of an amber swirling color. He has a book, and then he also has a cloak draped over his arm. And he says, each of these we have found in our travels. They are great powers. And the potion, it makes you strong, like hero in combat. And he describes essentially, because these are identified items, a potion of heroism. The cloak, it provides you protection in combat. It gives you even over your armor. And he describes a cloak of protection +1. And then he holds forth the tome. This book is one I myself have thought about many times. Great power is in this book. The reading of it. Just the reading of it gives you great strength.
Rasmus, that sounds like something you need.
He describes
He is stronger than you.
he describes a tome of might.
And how much is that supposed to cost? He looks over and just kind of nods. Get me some information. Sorry, as he's just kind of lifts his hand and.
Alsara, she taps the potion. This will be 500 gold. She taps the cloak. This, 2,000 gold. This.
Are you done shopping yet?
She taps the tome. 10,000 gold.
Yeah.
I got a quick question for
I
you.
thought as much.
I quickly pull out. I had 2 of those ancient platinum coins left from Yaj that I gave him the other 20.
Uh-huh.
And I present one of them. Do you recognize this? Is it of any significant value to you?
You're clearly more accustomed with coin. Murin takes the coin. He looks at it. He shakes his head. It's clear that it's platinum, but it means nothing to me beyond the value of the platinum. I do not know this sigil. And he hands it back to you.
Sounds good. I'll put it away. Is there anything you need? Perhaps that we could lighten your load for you with, say, one of those items if we do something.
No, we'll not be staying long enough. Have you seen the storm? He looks up. We mean to be on quickly. You're headed the wrong direction, friends.
Jeez.
Before you leave, how long have you been on these cliffs in the mountains?
We have traveled this road back and forth for now. He looks at Alsara. 10 years.
10 years, you say? What do you know of Snoran's cord?
They shake their heads. Alsara says, I've never heard that name, but what do you mean, horde? What do you speak of?
If you don't know, that's all right. 10 years, you say you've been on these mountains.
We don't live in the mountains. We travel back and forth. We carry trade from the north down past the south.
And you've done this for 10 years and not once you've heard.
Of Snoren? No. But perhaps if you told me more.
I don't need to.
Okay.
We have 10,000 gold, right, John? Right, that was the last pickup we had.
You know exactly how much you have. Thank you very much, Hager.
How much do you need?
I do not think any
For
of us have
10,000
enough.
gold.
Not 10,000, no.
Yeah, no, he's not buying anything. Like he would have listened in from the tome and just kind of looked back away.
It does not seem like we have the coin to purchase this stuff from you, aside from the furs. But we do appreciate the furs that you have provided. Could you tell us the best path to take in the direction that we're going?
I have no idea what path you mean to take. I can tell you heading into these mountains, it is not wise. Especially if you don't know the path. But where do you travel? What do you seek? Or will you not tell that as well? And they start packing up the wagon, like, understanding you're not going to buy anymore. They're kind of packing up.
Rizia would already start walking slowly, but she's already on her way.
Okay.
Away from the cart.
Rizia turns and she begins to move past.
Hey, Rizia, tell them where we're going. I've never been in a place like this. It's bitter, it sucks, and I don't want to be here longer than we have to be.
No, this is where I'm from.
What, do you know where we're at?
Yeah, I know where we're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sent you a message.
Ooh.
To who? To me?
Yeah.
She bought the cloak.
Okay.
Oh, man.
She actually has $10,000.
All right. I'm checking the Discord here.
No, the cloak was what? 2,000? 5,000?
2,000.
Yeah,
2,000. Oh yeah, well,
You know-
Val had
Yeah,
already
easy
stolen
money.
$2,000 and bought
Rizia.
this cloak behind her back.
Rizio, there's often times when I am on the surface that I hear people say I know where I am, and they seem to be very lost. So, do you really know where you are?
I'm a barbarian from the north. A snow barbarian.
It's a pretty big place.
Yes, and we're close to home.
Okay. If I freeze.
I bought you those first. Put it on.
Oh, they're on. They're on.
Yeah, you've all already wrapped up. You're all now covered in thick white fur. It's remarkable how well it cuts down on the wind. As they finish packing the cart, Murin looks over at you and then looks back behind him. You can see the gathering clouds. If you're of a mind to continue that direction, there is a place you can hide, a cave. You will see a frozen waterfall. It is a place we often rest. You will see inside a place where you can have a fire and you can stay from the store. You should make your way quickly.
Thank you.
On that note, Val will walk up to the, what was her name?
Asara.
Sorry. And just, say a couple things to her in Elvish.
What does she say?
What does he say?
Yeah, what does he say? Sorry, yeah.
He's just kind of comes up and tries to put on the charm. And
No, I'm sorry. You have to role play the charm. I've got to see Valfino's charm. If you want this to have any chance of success, not that I'm saying it does, I have to see Valfino's charm. Let's see the game.
Is Val doing this quietly?
Yeah, because I think this is her husband right here. So Val will kind of just can't do this without smiling right now. Val will kind of just saunter up to her, kind of he pulls his hair back behind his ears so that way she can see his abnormally large ears. Josh, I really need you to stop right now. And just my father was an elf, and
She kind of tilts her head at you.
it was really important to him that I, stick with my upbringings. We are the same. Is there something that you can do for me? Is there some kind of deal that we can make?
She raises a brow archly as you speak to her in Elvish, and she responds in kind. And she says, do any of you speak Elvish? I don't. You do, Rasmus. All right, so you understand. No one else does. It's not similar to the language. You do, Anaho? Okay. All right. So only Rizia is clueless here, along with Valfino or Rowan.
No, Rizia's already starting to walk forward.
Oh, she's already passed. All right,
Yeah.
she's just moving on. She looks over at you and she says, "You speak well, but your tone is definitely southern. What is it you can do for me?"
Well,
Josh.
well, I might not have all of the money that you require, but I know that I can get it. And if we pass by again, I promise to pay you in full. Where can I find you?
She smiles. How many times? I've heard such promises. Go ahead and roll, do a diplomacy check. And yes, I agree. Everyone is just...
What is that? D20?
Yeah, it's a D20.
They're sweating right now.
and everybody has decided that it's a good idea to put a Post-it note over Josh. I
Thank you.
And diplomacy's on your skills there.
That would be an 18.
Total of 18.
Yep.
She smiles at Valfino and says, "If I am to aid you, tell me something of your purpose. Why on earth would you be heading into this? I warn you again, the snow orcs, they have been crawling these mountains for weeks as though searching for something. And if the Green Furung is hunting you, the danger is great, not to mention the storm. Why?"
His demeanor changes slightly. She can see in his eyes that he's coming from a place of sincerity, or maybe she can see that, but I'm not like the others. Yeah, I know. He went there.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
I'm not like the other guys.
Yeah,
Guys, come
her
on.
voice. Like me either.
Is this how Rory approached you? Is this how Rory was this his game?
And that
No.
is how I
Anyway, Valfino will then kind of, these are my friends. These are my people. I do what I must for my friends and my people. We are newly acquainted to some, but they have proven their value and their worth, and I would like to do mine to them. So where my friends go, I will go.
Rasmus has also followed Rizia.
All right, you got a little bit quiet there, Josh. If you can make sure your mic is up or close.
Absolutely not.
But all right, so Rasmus turns and follows Rizia. Valfino, as you say these, and you rolled an 18, correct? A total of 18?
Yep.
And by the way, thank you so much. So we have a +1 redeemed by Hager, which goes to either me or Josh, whichever of us tries to seduce someone first in the game. So we'll have to track that.
So is it allowed to be Josh, or does it have to be Rasmus?
It has to be Rasmus. And then also we have a +3 given to Rizia by Robert. Thank you very much, Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
Alsara smiles. She reaches into the cart. Murin just shakes his head at her, and he looks over at Anaho. She's a sucker for anyone that speaks her tongue. And she pulls out the potion, and she tosses it to Valfino. Josh, just stop, dude. Just stop. I know exactly what it was. She tosses it to Valfino, and with that, they pull up the cart, and you see them begin moving further south.
As they're starting to buckle in, or get all prepared and head out, and we're starting on our way. Do you, just in passing, before we finally say goodbyes and hopefully not freeze, as you had mentioned, we probably will. Do either of you recognize or have a need of a poison, a black substance called Black Lotus?
Murin shakes his head and gives you a thank you very much, Brungle. Brungle, he looks at you and says, "Oh, poison is the work of a weak man. We have nothing to do with this."
So be it. I hope the cat doesn't find you.
10 years, I told you. 10 years. We know how to travel these mountains, lad. He pats you on the head, and with that, they begin to move south. Okay. In moments, you see them recede to the distance, and you do, in fact, see the dark clouds gathering as you move further north. The wools, or the coats, the furs that you have taken do provide you warmth, but even so, the wind grows stronger and stronger as you head further north. Is anyone doing anything, saying anything, or are you just kind of pushing your way forward?
Just staying warm and staying close.
All right.
Rizzy would strategically know how to use the trees to be able to block the wind for whatever wind direction would be going, or just knowing if the wind is blowing really, really hard to walk backwards.
Absolutely. All right, so Rizia, you kind of guide the party through this difficult terrain. They all follow behind. As you get further north, you do indeed see that the wind begins to blow and pick up more and more, and you see the storm clouds begin to pour forth snow all around you. As they do, it is clear that there is a massive snowstorm that is coming in, and the wind blows bitterly.
Do I know how far away the waterfall is from where we are?
As you look up ahead, you can see there is, in fact, a waterfall. Well, that's not what that's supposed to look like. it didn't look like that a minute ago. Hold on here. Let me see.
What is that we're walking?
It's a glitch in the matrix.
It is a glitch. This is something. Yeah, let me try that again. So hold on. This is fun.
Terrifying.
While I'm doing this,
Never mind, actually, I don't want to go this way.
while I'm doing this, I'm going to have each of you go ahead and describe, as we often do, something that you see, something that you hear, something that you're thinking as you move your way north and see this storm coming in. Let's start with you, Anaho.
I simply just see cold, wind, snow. I'm never ever experienced this stuff. So just keeping track of like an authentic fear is what he's feeling. Strange lands are one thing, but strange lands and an actual feeling of death and this bitter coldness are just not something he's accustomed to. Not knowing where to go, how to go about it, not being able to see tracks or track things is not comfortable.
Okay. Let's go to you, Rizia.
Rizia, for the first time, I think you guys would notice that she stands a bit taller, walks a little bit more with purchase and stuff like that. Like, she knows, like, this is her land, this is where she's from. You know, as cold as it is, for some reason she seems comfortable and like warm and like happy when you guys are just freezing, and she knows what to do, she knows where to go. She's been leading you guys along tree sides if it gets too windy, and instructing people to and really taking on this like leadership role that she really hasn't before ever. She usually did it reluctantly, but now she sees that you guys are struggling walking through this. She's completely taken on the leadership role and
Nice.
trying to get you to that waterfall.
Nice. Rasmus.
Rasmus looks around. He looks around and he tries to listen for any sound of wildlife, of animals, of anything. And he hears none of it over the billowing winds that surround him and the party. He watches the backs of the group and lets his fur drift a little lower as to not do a great job of it, but to cover their tracks as they walk. As he just watches as the fur coats just billow behind them, or just fur mantles just whip behind as he just watches the group with eye stinging.
Nicely done. Valfino.
Val is super intrigued. He grew up at the base of the mountains. He's never been this far up, so this is new to him. He has experienced some cold with living so close to the base of the mountains, but this is completely different. So he's bundled up and struggling to keep up with the rest of the party because he's not used to these kind of conditions. He is, however, in the back of his mind thinking how he needs to thank Rizia for the furs and how he wants to pay her back. He doesn't like owing anyone anything, so he's trying to catch up to her, but with the wind and everything, not quite able to make it up to her at this point.
Okay. All right. And as these thoughts go through all of your heads, and you see Rizia, as she said, assuming this stronger role of leadership, up ahead, you can see there is, in fact, a river. Water still flows. Some water is liquid. Chunks of ice float among it, and you can make out a frozen waterfall. A little bit of water comes along the edges of either side of the frozen water, but there is, across these stones, a cave you can see inside that waterfall area. The wind picks up even more, and as it does, it whips, and you start feeling the sting of the snow as it comes across you, ice pelting you, shaking the boughs of the trees, snow falling down from above.
It's just up there. We're almost there.
You head up there?
Yeah.
All right.
Carefully, obviously, looking out. That cat has been following us for a while, so obviously we'll be looking out for that.
Yeah, you do occasionally see it. It's maintaining a discreet distance, but it's very obvious that you're being followed. And as you move closer to the water, you see the water move slowly, great chunks of ice that move among it. It looks absolutely frigid. And you see Anaho looking very excited as he has each and every time you've approached water. This, though, looks quite dangerous, but it looks like the only shelter. And as the winds pick up, the cold is dropping even now through your skins, your animal skins, your cloaks. It's biting. You see your fingers are starting to turn a light pale blue color. You can feel your noses going numb.
You know, Rizzy, I think we can survive just fine out here.
You think so?
It's better than dealing with that stuff over there.
You want to stay out here all night in this wind?
Unless you know this place so well, you know of a different way than jumping ice blocks.
I don't know a different way in there.
That's my problem right now. They had the cart, so there must be another way, but I'm not jumping ice chunks. You can carry me, but I'm not going near that stuff.
And you see like a smirk cross her face, and she like leans down to like reach her hand down.
Hey, now, I said, wait, let's find another way first.
I thought you said you wanted me to carry you.
Maybe another time. Let's find a different way.
All right.
We should be able to go along the cliffs moving up to the rock. It will be slippery, and I feel like we might have better bet if we go on the islands, but it is another way if that is what you were looking for. You're a pretty good climber now.
What are you talking about? I suck at climbing. Do you see these little stubby fingers of mine? They hold daggers well. They don't climb well.
You've been really good at climbing in and out of places. I would think you've gotten used to climbing.
Not like you would think. But they had the cart. There's got to be a different way. They had the cart.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's any footprints, cart tracks? Like...
You don't need to even check for that. I mean, even as the snow it's beginning to cover it, you can still make out tracks that are now sort of vanishing, where the snow and the wind are pushing them away. But it's very clear that yes, Murin and Alsara, they did come from here.
I know, but what direction they got into that?
Yeah. Well, you can see it looks like there are stones, there are footprints along these that were kind of hopped along here, and in.
What's the distance on the jump there?
Well, if you move along these rocks, you've got about a 6-foot jump here, and about a 6-foot jump here, and about a 4-foot jump here.
I mean, you're 2 feet. I can always throw you.
I don't know how a little stubby dwarf got past this place.
10 years on these slopes, I said.
Rizia looks more serious now, and she kind of kneels down to meet eyes with Anaho. It's not ideal,
But I'm telling you right now, you are not going to survive outside of this cave, especially during this storm. Do you see the footprints over there? It's the only way in that I can see. But
I swear,
you're-
Rizia, if anything comes out of that water,
Rowan looks over. Come on, how long are we going to stay out here?
I mean, that's very. That's a bit
You're freezing us out here.
Rizzy will take a snowball, make a snowball, and just toss it into the water.
Okay.
Yeah, like a
Yeah, it hits the water and
like the bottom of a snowman.
yeah, it hits the water and it doesn't melt that quickly in the way it normally would because the water is so close to freezing temperature anyway, and you just see it kind of slowly carried downstream.
See, nothing in the water.
Can Val make his way over and attempt to make his way into the into the cave?
All right, so Val, you kind of come. So you first of all, you're going to make a climb check. So roll d20 and add climb.
So I have nothing for climb, but I do have acrobatics. Is that something that I can use?
Not at this point. No, at this point it's climb.
You keep doing your best. You're really doing your best to try to get acrobatics in there.
I really do, because I was like, guys, acrobatics. I could use that for everything.
Once we get back to a city, you'll get to acrobatics everything.
No, wait, no. The acrobatics is coming up in just a moment, but right now it's climb. You're climbing along these
Down to
rocks.
14.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, there you could see there's not lots of crags, and this is an area that's been climbed, and this is not a difficult jump from this spot, but you're going to make this jump now. Make your acrobatics check.
I have no idea how.
29.
You land with ease, very similar to the style
a
of your dive. You just sort of leap over it. You land. The ice rocks a bit, but it's fairly sturdy, and you can see it's abutting a rock. And for you, go ahead and roll twice more. All you're looking for here is not rolling a nat 1. These are easy jumps for you.
Nope, 28.
Okay.
And that how you'll be
And
fine.
19.
You reach the edge, and you see Valfino stops at the edge and does a quick sort of spin around in place and smiles at you, bows.
He would probably bow at you. He's cheeky.
Rowan, your turn.
you were so anxious to get out of this place. You go.
She smirks at Anaho, of course, and she leaps up. She climbs, easily gets to the spot, then makes the leap. Whoops.
This is where if he's playing somebody else's character, they're gonna slip into a pit.
Yeah, I was saying, well, I think he just dropped her mini into the water.
All right, so I tossed the mini somewhere. I don't know where the mini went. It's probably up in the sky. I'll find it. I'll find it in a moment. And she reaches the first one, and then yes, she stands next to Valfino easily.
So when she gets there, now that he sees that she's safe, can he turn around and go into the cave and kind of just look around a little bit?
Sure. So you turn, and as you walk into the cave, you see it is, in fact, quite spacious. The ceilings in here, they kind of slope 12 to 15 feet, also covered in ice, but there is still some recent warmth. You can see where there was a fire that has been put out. The coals are still warm in spots. You see there are crates in the room where there are still some basic supplies, light foodstuffs and whatnot. This is clearly a place that has been often used for shelter. Now we come back to the rest of the party.
After you and Aho.
And when I fall into that,
I'll jump in and I'll get you.
She's going to get
there's
you.
no other way.
Not that I see. And
Well,
that's
you know
storm.
what happens when I get wet, so you deal with that.
All right. So do you make the attempt, Anaho?
Yeah, I guess I have no other option. My comrades are sticking me in a nasty situation, so I guess that's what I gotta do.
Hang on, listen.
pressure.
One second. I have rope. Can I please tie a rope around him just in case he falls into the water, and then I can yank him out?
Around his neck.
She holds out a rope toward you.
So this is the faith you have in me now.
Would you rather me not?
Oh, I'll put it on. I'm not stupid. I'm just saying. You told me I could, and now you give me a rope.
I have full confidence in you, but listen,
Oh, yeah.
if you do fall in the water, at least I can get you out faster. Yes?
Yeah, you just don't want to get in the water yourself.
No, I
Whatever.
don't. I don't.
And I tie it on as I'm mumbling and bickering. I tie it on and I make sure the knot is good, and I go towards my impending doom.
All right.
How bad is your acrobatic?
You move up as cautiously as you can. You reach the edge, and the water looks terribly cold. And up close, this looks a lot steeper and more difficult than you were imagining. I want you to make that roll. You're going to take a -2 to the roll based on your fear.
Did you roll a 2?
And this is a
Fear impacts performance. Hello, all you mad chatters. Go ahead
first, right?
and type !TS in the chat. !TS for the Tailspire license we'll be giving away here shortly.
John, a climb
Can I-
roll first.
Yeah, it's a climb roll first, yes.
Okay.
Can I just apologize now?
By the way, before I roll this, the -2 he gave me, I have naturally a -4 to climb. I'm not.
Oh my goodness, so you're at a -6? Hello, first time chatters.
Oh.
All right, what's your roll?
So I don't know what it does for me, but I got a 7.
A 7 on the die? Or
Oh,
total?
I got 13 on.
Okay, 13 is 7.
Okay.
Minus 6.
All right, as you...
Hold on a minute. Can I give bits to
How do you roll?
You can. You slip down halfway, and you barely cling to the edge of the rock. As you do this, you feel your fingers slipping. I need you to make a secondary roll now.
Okay.
Are we going fishing with an owl?
Is it secondary on climb?
Yes, climb again. You're gripping the edges of the rock, and you feel... So again, it's that -6 that you have in total. Roll again.
I got a total of 12. Sorry, total of 6.
A total of 6.
How many +1s do you have?
You now drops into the water. He's floating in the water now. The great splash. Anaho, as you hit the water, it takes your breath away. You have to stop yourself from gulping in water as you go beneath. Actually, I need you to make a con check. Actually, no, make it a will save. You're going to make a will save.
Why?
Because you have to resist.
I know, I get it, but will. So I got a will. I got 18 on the die. I have a +2, so dirty 20.
A dirty 20. All right. You manage to not breathe deeply in, but you are now beneath the water. Rizia, you see this splash, and in an instant, he's gone.
Okay, I have the rope. I'm going to try, if I can, to get around and then onto that first floating island to pull him up.
All right, so you've got the rope. You're going to move to the first floating island. You go ahead and make your climb check. This will be at a +2 for you. You've made these sorts of climbs many times in these mountains. Not this side again, but in the mountains.
12 + 6.
You're fine. All right, now make your acrobatics check. You're going to make that leap.
14 + 3.
No problem. You land. Your weight, it rocks quite a bit more. Anaho, you take 2 points of freezing damage. You feel you're struggling, but all the weight of your items, you can't even swim. You're carrying everything with you. You've got that big, that heavy bear cloak that you were wearing, which dragged in the snow for you anyway. It now weighs you down. You kind of try to kick off the bottom, and you get about 2 inches and then pull back down. You see a form jump over the top, and you feel the rope go taut. No need for a check on this, Rizia. This is light work for you.
I'm gonna pull it in like this, around her elbow, and pull it up.
All right, in seconds, you drag a cold, shivering, freezing, cursing, muttering Anaho to the surface. Why does your mini always do that? I don't understand.
When she pulled him up, he went.
Every time I knock you down, you do that.
B-boy.
It is the weirdest knockdown I've ever seen. I don't know why it does that.
Oh, no.
All right, well, it'll say.
Pulling him out of the water, she'll actually turn to Val. Can you start a fire for me?
Val will start a fire.
All right, Val, you move hastily inside the cavern, past the places where you see the boxes, and you start constructing a campfire. There's wood. You even find tinder. Everything has been left behind for just such a purpose. What are you doing, Rasmus?
He's keeping an eye, actually, just because both Josh and him are just traumatized. He's going to keep an eye on the waters itself.
Okay.
Like, looking in the waters for what sort of creatures are in this fresh water. And then once they've safely kind of made it over to the final ledge, he'll start making his way to that island and then the ledge and all that.
Yeah.
All right. As you do this, you reach the edge. Go ahead and make your climb check. But you look in the water, and as you look in the water, you can see across the way, climbing the side of the mountain opposite your end, that large snowcat. And it just moves slowly, amber eyes watching you the entire time as it climbs up into the mountains up above you. All right.
Anaho, what were you going to say?
Well, yeah, go ahead, Anaho.
Okay. So, I said I don't like to climb. I don't like water. You guys know this.
No. You said, I don't like to climb. I don't like water.
Well, so yeah, right, exactly. So I went in the water. I came out of the water just like other times been pulled out of the water.
But I think you're too cold to do anything right now.
Well, I might be at disadvantage, but my dagger returning will be thrown as I exit out the water.
Okay, that's fine.
Thrown at what? Where?
Just thrown, I think.
The thing that's pulling me out.
That's fair. That's fair. That's totally fair. Rizzy made him go in there.
Not because I recognize Rizzy, like you guys would know from the storm.
No. I know.
Nat 20.
No, not 20. Don't you dare not 20 me. But actually, when she pulls him out of the water, she's going to immediately start removing the furs, any kind of article of clothing that she can remove. And then she'll take off her furs and wrap him around to keep him.
Okay.
All right. So what was your climb check, Rasmus?
Sorry, I got distracted by the strip.
Exclamation point TS in the chat. Exclamation point TS for our Tailspire giveaway. Thanks, everyone, for joining us tonight.
I'm going to use 2 of my +1s, and then my climb is a +20. So that...
Did you nat 1? Did you nat 1? You did?
Does my +2 matter whatsoever?
No. A nat 1 is a nat 1. I need you to roll again. I need you to roll again. Is this just a slip and fall, or is this a true fumble?
You guys.
Unbelievable. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, Josh, what? Did you roll another nat 1? Oh, my gosh. You rolled... This happened to me on Friday night in a combat. You rolled 2 nat 1s? All right. So we go to the movement maneuver tables. We have a movement maneuver fumble in the old Middle-earth role-playing tables. These guys right here, because Jay and Tim's fumble tables are weak. Movement maneuver fumble table. I need you to roll percentile dice, and you're going to add 20 to that percentile roll because you rolled 2 nat 1s in a row.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so...
Roll again.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure these are the random ones. These are the ones that I don't...
random?
Yeah, I think those are random. So, which one should I use? My resin dice?
The same ones you just used.
Purple dice? See, the same ones I just used were horrible.
Purple.
Purple. Okay, purple it is. I respond to the leader. Here we go. 73 with the +20.
73 on the movement maneuver fumble table. Oh my goodness. All right. You slip. This says 75% chance of falling, but obviously in this context, it's a definite fall. As you slip, you strike your head on a rock.
Oh, come on.
You take
Gosh dang it. 7
points of damage, take a gash along the scalp, and you are stunned for 2 rounds as you drop into the water. You hear a splash, and Rasmus drops head first. Blood floats to the top of the water.
I just imagine Rizia is like, the Anaho has been fly-fished over top of her. She started to strip him and then throw her clothes on top of him. Then she just hears behind the... and a glance over back of the shoulder, just the rippling water and a little bit of cloud of blood.
First of all, we didn't resolve the dagger throw. So how is the dagger? So as he comes up, not knowing who is pulling him up, in an absolute panic, Anaho just flings his dagger as he comes out of the water. Clearly disoriented.
It's her right between the eyes.
Yeah, right between the eyes.
Yeah, now we're gonna. We had the ones on your climb check. Now we're gonna have the nat 20.
Rip.
Okay.
Balfino
Becca,
and
are you okay
Naho
to carry the
run.
rest of the...
Yeah, Val, you
Holding
got
hands.
I was gonna say, I'm like, are you guys ready to run the rest of the stream?
this. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we're good. So I threw that dagger of returning, and I had a 13 to hit.
Yeah, well, and you would have been in a minus anyway because you're coming out of the water, you're wet, you have no. So, yeah, you kind of throw the dagger in the air as she pulls you to the ground and starts taking your clothes off. The dagger comes back. You're not ready to catch it. Thunk! It hits you in the chest and just lays there.
I'll grab it then before he can grab it.
Okay.
And then I'll put it in, I will actually sheath it, and then I'll jump into the water after Asmus. Because
When
as far
Balfi-
as she sees is that...
Oh, you see blood, and you see he's laying on the bottom of the water. He's kind of barely, he's got his hands to his head, and he's not moving. So Rizia leaps into the water.
Would Valpino have heard any of this?
Oh yeah, you hear a scream. You hear Anaho cursing up a blue storm, including in languages you don't understand. You hear Rasmus let out a grunt and a loud splash, then another loud splash. You're like, what the heck is going on out there?
How much does Anaho weigh?
Nothing.
75 pounds, is that right, Anaho?
Like
With
50,
water weight?
65 pounds. I'm super heavy now because I'm
No,
soaked.
I took all your furs and everything off.
Yeah, you're
Furs
naked.
And then you have my purse. You're wearing my purse.
Yeah, you're naked.
But you're naked underneath.
Would
He
Val
like
be able
tore
to
60
come
pounds.
out and come and get Anaho and try to get him into
Carrying him like a baby.
the cave? Like,
All right, you leap over Anaho. You're still shivering. The cloak has been pulled off. You're soaked to the bone. The wind is biting. You take another point of damage from cold. And then you see Valfino hovering over you. And he reaches down to pick you up.
It sucks. There's 2 issues. One is my gear is scattered all over now,
Yep.
and
And you're
that-
only in furs. You're naked
that's
in
a
furs.
that's a
only.
no-go. And
How's that
I'm
quick
still wet and surrounded by water. So you come over there. I don't have immediate access to my weapons. My hands go up, and there's a different demeanor that's come over me, and it is not friendly.
Val will take.
Don't you take my stuff. This is all my stuff. Get out of here, you stupid drow.
Val will take off his own cloak and wrap it around Anaho again to try and help. We can come back for your stuff. I don't want your bloody stuff. And kind of like just bear hug him if possible, so that way Anaho can't like do anything. It's just hug him to his chest.
He's weak, not as weak as he was inside the beneath the temple of Hextor, but he is still weak and shivering. He kind of bats at your arms a bit. But now this is a very different kind of role for you, Valfino. Jumping is one thing. Carrying 50, 60 pounds in your arms and jumping is very different. Please make your acrobatics roll.
I'm not.
Let's see if we can get the whole party in the water here,
Yeah.
shall we?
And,
Also
25.
struggling.
I
just
already
to,
rolled. It was
just-
25.
A 25.
I'm not-
All right, and then so you get to this one. Now make one more roll, and this doesn't need to be a great roll. Just don't roll too
And I'm
bad.
not
Just
being
make-
overly easy to deal with this whole time.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Just shut up and stop moving. He doesn't
Thank you for joining us, Bruno the Rebel.
Shut up and stop moving.
Get some Val.
So I just rolled
curse.
a 17. I have
curse.
a plus.
All right, you're fine. You managed to land. Rowan looks at you and looks at Anaho, and she kind of smiles. I can see why you don't like the water.
Oh, there's nothing friendly about me. There's still
kind
the
of-
fear of the water. There's nothing friendly about me right now.
Rizia, you are. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Val will kind of pass off Anaho to Rowan and kind of just like get him warm, and he'll turn around to go back out to either start gathering Anaho's things or to see if he can be of assistance to the
Yeah.
others.
Okay.
Punch Valfino in the face.
he punches you, still muttering. He appears to be delirious. So
Possible slap.
now beneath the water. Hey Jay, good to see you, my friend. Now that you're beneath the water, you see Rasmus lies just sort of barely floating above the bottom. Blood is flowing like blossoming ribbons from his head. He moves, but very slowly. Rizia, that was you.
Sorry. Say that again. I totally missed that.
You guys are discording. I know you're discording. Stop it. So as you get down there, you see Rasmus. He's floating just above the bottom of the water. Blood is ribboning out from his head into the water, kind of blossoming and then dispersing in the water. But he's moving very slowly.
She goes and grabs whatever she can, whatever, arm, clothing, whatever, and she'll grab him and then kick off the bottom and then bringing him up with her.
All right, you kick off the bottom, and then you're going to use the rock to try to get up higher. So let me have you go ahead, and you're going to make a swim check.
Oh, she has a +6 in swim. Who'd have thought an orc can swim?
Well, part of that is athletic. It's like, I think, a strength modifier, so...
18 plus 6.
All right, well, yeah, so you are enormously strong. Your kick gets you up to this first ledge, and then with a second kick, you pull yourself up, just kind of holding on to him. Then you drag Rasmus up amidst all of the items that still remain from where Anaho was just a moment ago.
She'll literally pull him up, and then she'll check to see if he's breathing, if he's still conscious.
He's conscious. He was never knocked out. He was just like completely dizzied and disoriented. He reaches up, he touches his hand, so you can resume your role play now. You took 2 additional points of damage in the cold, and you are absolutely freezing. Thank you, Jay Birchfield 3.
As she starts to remove a lot of like the furs and stuff like that of Rasmus. She'll keep his clothes on because she has nothing else to put on or to cover him on top. But listen,
It would take a while to get his clothes because he's got his armor on.
yeah. She's just taking the furs off. Yeah. And
Okay.
listen, you're the last person I thought was gonna fall in there.
Let us get to the cave. As he's gonna stand up and be coughing out water.
Can you jump?
I can try.
All right. Do you have rope?
And he kind of looks back like, what?
Okay, so she'll search him. Does he have rope?
He
It
does.
would be on like the right side of his pack.
Okay, then she'll take it off, and then you'll feel like her arms wrap around your waist, and then ever so gently, she does tie it, and then give him a lot of slack to jump, just in case if he does fall in the water, she won't want to.
Okay. All right. In moments.
She sees Val there, right? At the mouth of the...
Yeah, Val is moving back and forth, gathering all of Anaho's items are being gathered.
Okay, good. You good? You good, Val?
I'm good. Go take care of them. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay. Watch, Rasmus. I think the cat is over there, still watching us. Be careful.
I will. Thank you.
All right. As you look around, you see no sign of the cat anymore. It seems to have moved on upwards of the slope and vanished. In moments, Valfino has finished collecting the items. You have constructed a small fire. The wind still howls outside, but has receded in volume. And as the crackle of the flame, you get closer, and Rizia does not shiver. She seems to be really able to handle the cold in a way the rest of you are not. But in moments, you have both Anaho and Anaho and Rasmus are shivering terribly.
Val will come in and just kind of walk up to Anaho and just drop all of his stuff in front of him and just mutter under his breath a little bit like, "You are grateful little," and walk over to the fire and just kind of plop down right next to it because he had given his furs to Anaho. So he was going back and forth outside without anything. So he is extremely cold as well and needs to warm up.
Okay. All right. In moments, you surround the campfire, everything gathered. The shivering continues, but you dry out your pelts. You place the wet pelts and the wet clothes on the rocks nearby the fire, and you all huddle dangerously close. Stalactites hang from the ceiling inside the cave, frozen bits of water that has leaked through the rock and then solidified. You see crates, as I mentioned earlier, and other evidence of previous individuals who have taken refuge inside this cave. And as you stare across at each other, knowing you are in a foreign and dangerous land, even Rizia, who knows this place, feels the sting of the cold and the danger. And you huddle around wondering, indeed, how far you must go into this forbidding place and what hunts you. And with that, we go to break. As Blue Box takes a quick 5-minute break, our one and only break of the night. We'll be right back. We'll do our first giveaway of our Tailspire license, ! TS in the chat. Thank you for we've gotten a bunch of new followers tonight. Thank you to all the new followers. Thank you for those that have given bits and subs tonight. We really appreciate that. And most of all, just thank you for the phenomenal chat. We really appreciate all the stuff in chat. We are following it. And we are coming off a great virtual Greyhawk Con weekend. Thank you again, Jay, Lord Gasumba, for putting that on and for all the great content that we had. And we'll keep the mics hot during the break. And Blue Box. Wait. We have one question for you.
There you go.
If you're watching today and you haven't followed, if you're a follower and you have not subscribed, even with that little, you can subscribe through Amazon Prime. It's free. You're free. You get one free sub. Where else would you use it? If you're a follower and you haven't subbed, or if you're a sub whose sub has expired, say it is not so. Or if you're a fan and you're not in our Discord, what? We have one question for you. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub, join our Discord. Blue Box will be right back.
That is a sound, too. That was a good
All right, guys, we got a quick 5 minutes, and we'll be right back. It is Vivi's long night tonight, so we'll have a little extra time to play.
I'm never gonna give you. Never let you down.
Josh, I utterly despise that voice you use every time. I really, really do. I'm not.
You know what my next NPC is gonna be, or my next PC is gonna be.
No, because I've told you if you do that, I will immediately kill said PC. Immediately.
I have so many. John. I've got just so many good ideas.
Now, why would you want to do that? I'm such a nice DM. I create great stories for you. Why would you want to torture me that way?
You are a wonderful DM. Now, nice is pushing it, but you are a wonderful DM.
Hey, to all of our new followers tonight, man, we've had a bunch of them. Thank you for following. I can't even keep track. So let's see here. We've had, let's see. Okay, so Damn Squirrel 78, the Azig, Crit Zone, GW87, Kamakuru. Oh, I didn't see the raid from the Duck Pond. I'm sorry, Duck Pond. Forgive me. Is the Duck Pond still there? Hang on. At the Duck Pond. Yes, you are. Thank you so much for the raid. I missed that in the chat. I'm sure some of my chatters thanked you, but we really appreciate that. And then B Nasty 710 and Plaid Weasel all followed. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate that and hope you guys are enjoying the stream. There is much to come and very interesting things are happening. Thank you, GF Powers, for the bits. That goes to Rizia, so let's make sure that she knows afterwards. And I'm going to see if I can get that thing to work here. And I'm going to run upstairs real quick and use the restroom. Dun, 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 dun. Josh, how have you been, my friend?
Goofy. I'm in a goofy mood today.
What do you mean today?
I mean, I'm usually in a goofy mood. Oh, look, I think it's working.
It is. Yeah, hang on. Let me. So I've got to unhide them now, but you'll see what it is supposed to look like.
Yeah, I missed those updates.
This is not an update.
Environmental stuff.
No, well, it was working, and now it's,
come on,
I'm gonna have to restart my machine, I think, to get that to work. But these are mods. I've got a bunch of mods installed here. Like, Josh, take a look at this. Look at the monster library I have now. So let's come down.
Yeah, I was confused at what the freak that was.
Yeah. So look, I mean, I've got mind flayers and cool beholders. Take a look at the dragons here.
So, oh,
dude, check this guy out.
What the heck? Holy crap!
And then what's really cool is custom size modifiers. Because I'm always wanting to do sizes that are different. So now, look at all the size options I have.
Oh.
How about that size dragon?
Ancalagon the Black.
Yeah, there's Ancalagon the Black, right? I can't even see it. It's so big.
Oh my gosh, not the first time I've heard that.
You
That's
dork.
Insane.
You're a dork, Josh. You're an utter dork.
Where'd you get all the mods from?
I'll show you how to do it afterwards. You have to install an app called R2 Modman, and then you can get all the mods. I'll show you where the store's at. Demon Gun helped me with all this, and
that's awesome.
I've had it for a while, but I haven't been using them. But I've seen some other channels that are using it, and it's really, really cool. Exclamation point TS in the chat. We'll do the giveaway right after the break. And thank you so much, you mad chatters. You are rocking tonight as always. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum.
Are we facing a dragon? Or is the dragon on our side?
Soon.
Okay, cool. Do I want to eat anything? Should I go and eat Honey Nut Crunch? Or no, Honey Bunch of the Votes. There we go.
Yes. Please indulge because I cannot.
Then no, I won't.
Strict diet, so let me live vicariously through you. Please eat all the goodies.
Never mind. No, I can't do it now.
Do what, Josh?
Maybe yogurt.
Ooh,
Actually,
yogurt with Honey Nut Cheerios in it.
No. I'm also trying to be smart about my calories. But also I need to work out, and I really don't want to!
I stole some of Rory's nuts, so...
I mean,
they're mine anyways, but...
let's see what chat has to say about this.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What? Driving so much fun to story caster of dice songs. Okay, yeah, I need to check my 3D prints.
What?
I'll be right back.
He doesn't love you. Rory, oh, you're eating seaweed. I was like, what are you shoving in your mouth?
Peppa.
He says, Dad, I missed you.
Go back.
I'm shutting my door. Shutting my door. No. Take the puppy. Ivy. So, I know I messaged you a little bit, but I was literally following everything that you're posting about Harry Potter Land. I was like, I'm so jealous.
I honestly didn't even post them all. Like, I have more. I can send them to you if you want to see them all.
Please do.
I honestly, like, I don't even tell you how many times I cried.
I need to know all about it.
It was the most wonderful, magical experience in my entire life. I'm glad that kind of when it went, it was like overcast and it wasn't super sunny because I don't think I would have been able to last that long there. Honestly, like the wait lines, like we had the express pass, so it was fine. We walked through a lot of the stuff, but I honestly wouldn't even have waiting in the wait lines because there's so much stuff to look at. Like, I went into Hogwarts and because I had fast pass, I had to walk through it fast, and I was missing I was like standing there and I'm like.
So I was definitely one of those kids that cried at 11 years old when I didn't get my Hogwarts letters. So I need to go.
It's so overwhelming because for me, I grew up reading the books and the actors were the same age that I was growing up. When they were going through going through that awkward teenage stage, I was also going through that awkward teenage stage. So it was so relatable for me. And then to be to read about and to watch this world that you're absolutely in love with and are obsessed with and love so much, to be actually physically in that world and you can't see anything else. It literally looks like you're there. It's just so overwhelming. It's
you went to Orlando?
Yeah, I went to Orlando.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And I just sobbed. I sobbed like a baby. It was amazing.
This is my first time through the books, and I've been listening to all of them, and I'm on the Deathly Hallows right now, and I'm dying. I'm tearing up so much because I'm all the feels.
All right.
Rory had never read them, so we got them all on audiobook so that Skylar and Rory could
read them.
I found a free site for it by the Stephen Fry audiobook. We're not playing D&D for the rest of the night, John. We're just talking Harry Potter.
All right, we're getting started again now. All right, so quickly, let's do our giveaway. And our giveaway tonight, our first one is the Tailspire license. And let's see who gets this. And on 3, 2, and 1, roll it.
In PC voice. Dang it.
I am the Bean, Tracy! Congratulations, Tracy. Just pop us in the chat and let us know you're still here. And then we have one other for sure giveaway tonight, which we'll be doing in a moment. This is the World of Greyhawk, Mordenkainen's Fantastic Adventure. Really cool module. This is WG5 for the World of Greyhawk, and this will be a fun giveaway. Tracy, are you in the chat? I am Devine. Let me see if she's in the viewer list here.
Nope. Redo it.
Let's see. Is she? Nope, she's in. She probably just stepped away for a second. So we'll set that aside. Then, so we've been hovering right around high 60s or 70, 75 viewers, I think, at one point. Maybe it was a little over that. If we get over 80 viewers tonight, love to see 90, but if we get over 80 viewers, no, it is not an original copy. It's Lightning Source. It's in the thing. It's LS. That's the Lightning Source reference I made in my Discord. So it's a reprint, but they're gorgeous. They actually are. The quality is better than the originals. No, over 80, you get, it is October. And in October, we celebrate the day of Halloween with lots of Mike Disney stuff, the Overgord. But we have something else special. These are very limited edition. Only a handful exist in the wild. The Blue Box Bone Dragon sweatshirt. So if we get over 80 tonight, which I think we should, and hang there for a bit, we will give away one of these gorgeous limited edition Bone Dragon Blue Box logo sweatshirts. Keep you warm all through the winter.
John, can I make a request for a blue box toque?
A Blue Box what?
Toque.
What's a toque? Like fool of a toque?
No. A beanie.
Oh, a beanie!
God.
Oh! Okay.
No. Listen, can we just make a blue box toque and then call it toque and don't call it a beanie?
All right. Can you make a note of that, Manda? Manda will. Yeah, she'll track that and make sure it happens.
Like a black one, but with a blue.
How do you spell toque? You guys know?
I have no clue.
T-U-U-K.
Yay, Phantom! Toques for all!
Oh, wow. I was way off.
We're not surprised you were way off, Josh.
Tokes.
Toque.
Okay.
Yes. Already done. See? Very close. It's the QU. It's French, that's why.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Tuque.
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 Tuque or not tuque? That's the request.
That is the question.
You dork.
Quebec.
Okay. You are now inside. Night begins to fall. You can see the sky turning purplish through the mouth of the cave. The wind continues to howl, and your campfire flickers. After about a restless hour, those of you who are wet or dry, though many of your bearskin cloaks especially, they take more time to dry. Rowan just stares across. Rasmus, I thought you needed a bath anyway.
I'm sorry, your accent is very thick tonight. I think you might be getting sick or something. Your voice is also much lower than it usually is. Are you feeling all right? I'm gonna burn discern lies, detect alignment. I'm gonna start casting spells.
She holds up a single digit on her hand that is appropriate as a response.
Val gets up and like goes over and feels her head, like just like.
Is she warm? Is she okay?
I get the feeling that she swats at Val and he just scurries away.
No, she just looks at you and says, "Your moves won't work on me."
They would if I tried. And then he just kind of looks at her and walks away.
She rolls her eyes.
We're just gonna walk around in here, see if I can see anything.
How's Anaho looking?
For a good portion of this hour, you have just seen him still with that familiar look to both Rizia and Rasmus. Cold, understanding obviously that he's cold, but a good portion of this hour has been that stone dead face and absolute, like, chillingly silent. And then towards you can see the shift, especially now that you've seen this a couple times. You see the kind of demeanor shift where I start to, okay, I'm not there anymore. But I still have a real pissed off look on my face.
Rasmus during this hour will, once he starts to see the ice soften in the Anaho, he'll look across the fire. Anaho, do you need any healing? Did you get hurt at all when you fell in?
needing healing is kind of an always a must, but it's not the healing that I need right now. It's my stuff that's been stripped and taken away from me.
Well, it is around you. You just need to wait for it to get dry again. Would you like some food?
I don't want food. This fire feels good. Healing will not. I'm not that stupid. Healing won't be denied if you have it. But what I want is my pack.
Both can be arranged. Val,
Yes.
could you grab Anaho's pack?
Val gets up, walks over to Anaho. The pack is right next to him, picks it up, then brings it to Rasmus, like,
Give it to Anaho, please.
looks back over at Anaho.
And he just
drops it in front of him again.
he gives Val like a look of like just trust me. It is right in front of you, Anaho. Val has kindly brought it to you.
My head jerks side to side, and it's like I'm trying to focus, but it's hard to focus. And I see it. Wait a second. And I reach out. Am I able to summon my dagger back?
Oh no, it's with you. It hit you in the.
No, I have it.
Oh. No, you can't
But
summon it
in
back.
this chest, I took it and I put it.
No, it returns to who throws it. It's not like that. Whoever throws it, it returns to.
That's funny. So
Okay. I'll deal with that later. And for the next few minutes, we can go on, but for the next few minutes, I'm going to be digging through my pack looking for something.
show me where you got hurt. As you're like working in your pack, he'll kind of scooch over with the fur still around him.
With Rasmus getting close and kind of talking and tempering his anger. You know, Rasmus, where I got hurt is probably adequate to say here. Point at his chest and like motion his body, like suggesting that his pride is what took the hit. Without necessarily saying that.
Are you actually looking at Rasmus now?
Yeah, I'm still quite irritated, but
He'll give you a blank look of like pointing at his forehead where you also see a really bad gash on his forehead. Yeah, you weren't the only one to fall in. I'm not exactly the most able.
Yeah.
I'll go back to searching your pack as he like hits you on the back of the head.
Looks like you could use the tome of agility, huh?
He prepares a different spell. But yeah, he's going to use Cure Light Wounds. Like, he's going to pull the fur down a bit and put his hand right on the base of the neck. And let's see how much you heal.
You feel the familiar healing ministrations of Rasmus.
What? Thank you.
And you see, as you do this, I do stop searching through my pack, and I, lock my fingers, and I bury them in my laps. In my lap. Because of what healing tends to do.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Did we have any healing while we were at Hobart's?
Yeah, I gave you the healing for the night. Those of you that slept in beds received, and you didn't. So you received 2 hit points.
Excuse me, why did I not sleep in the bed?
Because there were only 2 beds and they were
Same
taken.
reason you didn't accept money.
And you were guarding the door, and you weren't here, so I punished your character. No.
Dang.
Hey now, next week.
Hey
be
now.
kind.
Hey now.
Oh, I was.
Yeah. Let me announce it again. So in the chat, it's !WGH. That stands for World of Greyhawk.
9 points.
And it's Morden Kanan's Fantastic Adventure, which will be our next giveaway. And it's got, it's the Lightning Source reprint, but it's brand new. It's got all the maps in it. It's got the full color mapping in the back. And it's a really, really fun adventure, fully laid out. And this will be the giveaway. Okay.
Is Sorry.
Is Anaho still covered with the cloaks, or is he back in his own clothes now that it's been some time and he's dried? Like the clothes have dried.
I'm still in the furs, the dry furs, letting the
I
other
think it's
furs
only
dry.
been an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So given that Val has kind of thawed out a little bit now, he's gonna go and kind of explore the cave a little bit and look through what supplies is there and what might be useful to him going forward.
And you see Rizia doing the same, so Valfina, you come over and join. You see the crates, they're filled with light foodstuffs, breads that are wrapped, there are water skins that are full. You even find a couple of wine skins, there's a bedroll laying next to it. Just plenty of wood has been brought in here, kindling. It's just, basic supplies, nothing extraordinary. And you can see this place has been well used many, many times.
Val will probably stock up on some of the food, the bread roll kind of a thing. He'll take a couple of the water skins and one of the wine skins.
Okay, so put 2 water skins, a wine skin, and you can take, there are a total of, looks like about maybe 14 to 16 days of rations. But obviously these things are typically being left or shared here by other travelers, so if you want to, you can take all of it, or you can.
He won't take all of it. He'll leave some of it, but the wineskin, he'll take one wineskin for himself and bring one other one over to Rowan.
Before Val leaves, if we have a lone moment.
Oh yes, Val is always happy with the lone moments with Rizia.
As Rizia's kind of searching, and then I guess Val would come and kind of look through as well. She would help him with whatever he's looking for. Listen, he's not always like that. For some reason, water activates his jerkiness, but don't take it personally. He threw the dagger at me, too.
Thank you for letting me know. I was starting to take offense. And then he'll, just as he's talking, take out the 10 gold out of his pouch and kind of just hand them over to her and say, thank you.
What is this for?
I do not like owing debts, and thank you for the furs. And
it's not a debt. And she'll kind of put her hands up like, it's not a debt, it's a gift. There's a difference between needs and wants. She's having this moment again where she's like, dang, are you being a now again? Like, she's like, there's a difference between needs and wants and things like this. It's a gift. Have you received gifts before?
Not for a long time, and I understand that there is a difference. And I am saying thank you, but no thank you. Please allow me to pay you for it.
If you insist. And she'll hand out and she'll take the gold. She's like, I'm not gonna say no to gold, but I'll try. I'll have to be polite enough to say no first. And that's kind of what she'll say. Like, she's like, well, if you insist, then I'll take the gold. I'm not one to say no to gold, but he's looking at you, John. I'm not one to say no to gold, but yeah, it's just a favor. I know what it's like out here. It's cold. None of us would have lasted without the furs. So, plus the color definitely helps us blend in and keep hidden, which is nice. In regards to Naho, I don't know. As far as I know, it's something, there's no water and stuff where he's at, so the water makes him react funny. He sees other things. He doesn't really recognize friend from foe, so just be careful next time, but I appreciate your help.
He kind of is a little confused, but he nods, and after he's done packing his pack with supplies, he takes a couple extra rations and goes back over to the fire and passes them out amongst the people there.
Okay.
Before you do that, though.
Just let me go.
Oh, wait, no. Come back. Come back around the crates with me.
Oh, yes, Big Mama.
Okay. You summon up, back behind the crates.
Yeah.
The rest of the party gives you a strange look.
Just a little bit away. You seem to have stuck with Rowan and helped her in her quest with the glyph. I'm just curious. why you stay when you don't have to.
He's trying to figure out how much to tell her. Rizia intrigues him, so he's willing to share a little bit more with her probably than others. And I've been alone for a really long time, and I left young. I left my home. I've kept to myself, and I've moved from place to place. I've never stayed in one spot very long. She was my first friend in a really long time. And I take care of my friends.
I've seen that.
So. And he'll kind of just like. kind of. I'm a man. Like.
Yeah. Like a moment of vulnerability. And he's like,
Yeah.
Fire!
Kind of curious. You kind of remind me of Anaho a little bit in that way. But yeah, he didn't really. I understand the idea of choosing to be a part of a group and people who have your back. So I get it. Glad you're with us. And then like kind of give him like a big like a pat on the like a shoulder like yeah gotcha. Like let's go back to the fight.
Okay, this he needs to know, is this kind of like a gentle soft pat, or is
No.
this
It's like a because she saw you kind of like man up, I guess, or just kind of like snap out of it, so she kind of just gives you like a good pat, like
the bro hug, the
yeah. That's exactly.
So he'll kind of like stare at her for a moment and like clear his throat and kind of shuffle away, bring food to others. Like, nope, not doing this.
All right, in moments, everyone is back around the fire, and you see as Anaho sits there with his hands between his knees trying to warm them and looking still somewhat shell-shocked. When he pulls them out, he's got a soggy piece of parchment in one hand.
You see me using the like, you know, I've taken inventory a bit of what I have. Pretty positive I'm missing a dagger. Don't quite remember a moment there. I'm pretty positive I'm missing it. But you see me with these somewhat wet papers, and as if I was disabling a device or opening a lock. I have very ease of my hands as I try to unfold these papers.
As you do so, again, they've somewhat dried next to the fire, but still damp. There's a bit of tearing, but as you open it, you see much of the ink has smeared from the water. There are still words that can be made out, but let's see here. Let's call it about 30% of the writing has become illegible.
Not quite. I'm not. You don't see the delusions coming back, but you do see a sternness and an anger and a fear start to come upon him as my hands start to tremble slightly, and I lay the papers down, and my hands are shaking, but I'm right next to the fire. My hands are a lot warmer now, but my hands have a shake to them.
Just so you know, John, chat can see what you're typing right now on Zoom.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Share the story if you... Oh, come on. I almost got it.
Rizia will get it from the fire. Obviously, seeing that Anaho is back enough, you feel her hand on your shoulder, but there's the dagger that's like in between her hands, so you can feel the shoulder, like the dagger just like this on your shoulder.
She
think this
stabs
is-
it.
Into your shoulder. This is yours.
I thought I was missing something.
No, you weren't missing it, but I was just avoiding you throwing it at me again.
Did I? I threw it. Yeah. My
I think-
apologies.
I deserved it.
Yeah, I told you I don't climb. But, anyways, and you see me like furtively going between the dagger and putting it, like taking it, and this paper, and I pick it up, and you can see this writing on there, and I pick it up, and it just even around the edges, my hands start to squeeze around it in just frustration that so much of it has been damaged, and it's just like, of all things, I did not want to get wet. I set it back down on the ground.
What is it, Anaho?
What is this? That is what you ask me. What is this? What is the dagger and how does that happen? And what is this paper and how does this... Ah.
Well, she'll sit down beside him.
Well, I guess it's time for everyone to come around the fire for a story time, I guess. Anaho's little bat.
And she'll like
Anyways.
scooch in, like ready to listen.
And you can see that he has a hard time staying angry when you do those kind of things. Just like when Rasmus interacts, that it kind of pulls him back, and it things he hasn't dealt with or felt before. So you two know, and I don't think the two of you know, if I injured any of you, well, watch out next time. It's your fault, not mine. Anyways, I don't like to be wet because I experienced many drownings literally by the drow. And I don't like being healed because I would be healed after being drowned. But all of that was to toughen a slave to a tool, putting the blade into the forge. But that is not all that they do. I believe, Rasmus, I've told you that I'm from House Mizrim. Well, that is not all they do, those lovely, beautiful creatures called the Drow. They have a way of sharpening the blade. They have a way of ensuring obedience. You see, within the slaves, many of us were different and many of us were the same. Among them, there was another halfling. One that I became friends. Close friends. Look over at Balfino. Much of like what you seem to seek. Close friends. And I learned to be very sneaky, very quiet. I learned to walk on things that should make noise, and yet I don't. To watch my back and to be careful. Because when you disobey the drow, you get drowned. So, I was careful. And you see me rub out that paper just a little bit more, trying to salvage it. And I thought I got away with it. Even for a while, the drowning stopped. The monsters in the dark stayed away. But you see, in order to make a slave a tool, you have to ensure that they understand. So one day, I don't know, because under the ground there's no sun, but roughly 25, 30, 35 years, that I was brought to a particular stone slab, flat, circular, surrounded by drow, with the lovely matron herself, and you can just hear the sarcasm come off his voice. the matron of House Mizrum, standing right there in the center. As I was brought into this pinnacle moment, the time for me to stop being a slave. And she moved off to the side, with the drow surrounding around me. And I see on the ground Negaet, the halfling, my friend, my very close friend. Much more than my friend. On the ground, just laying there. No ropes. Screaming, I think, because I could not hear her. And then the grins of all the drow, as they let me know that it's time. That I have 3 choices. Because death is never a choice with the drow. That I can watch as they release a spider that will, over the course of 3 days, slowly deteriorate her nerves, body, skin, organs. You wonder why I fascinate about poisons. So I could watch. I could choose to let that happen. Do you remember that dagger that you used to have, that I gave you?
Yeah.
I could also use that dagger and kill her. That was another option. Or I could refuse and leave it up to them. I could not find it in me to let the spider go. Stupid, dreadful, horrible things. Pluck out all their stupid eyes. And if we ever catch that spider... But anyways... I also could not kill her. So I thought maybe I was good enough and I went for the drow. When I woke up, there she was. And there I was, sitting there, no ropes, unable to move. Them taunting me, holding me with their magic. With the dagger right by her side. And the spider crawling towards her. And for 3 days, I watched her suffer from that venom, as her organs eventually started to liquefy during that process, as the dagger was next to her and I could not relieve the pain. And every now and then, I would hear her scream, as I realized they were holding a silence spell over her. And just when they wanted, they let me hear the agonizing screams when the pain is the most. Then take it away and let me feel relief, and then bring it back like healing after a drowning. This letter, that dagger, are reminders that we do not all have a choice, that they always watch, even now when drow ask about me, even in the city we were just at. This letter is not only a reminder that they always watch me, the reminder that family and friends are no place, have no place. They only make us weak.
What was her name?
I don't really know. Slaves are slaves, but what I knew to call her by was Nugget.
And the drow that was looking for you in Spine Castle. The ones you talk about?
Mm-hmm. Do you remember when Rasmus first joined us?
Yes.
There was also a drow. That is why I was so suspicious of you, Rasmus. Why I didn't like you. A little bit too coincidental. But I have seen that you are not with them. They follow. And they track. I have not done what I was told.
And you don't have to do what you're told anymore. Anaho, you're not there. And we will fight with you if the drow come.
Hopefully a dagger doesn't end up in one of your backs first. As I wring more water off of me, accusing myself of causing the pain to you guys.
I mean, you can't fault yourself for that. I kind of pushed in. Not really, but...
Oh, is that what happened? You pushed me in. I get
Kinda
that. You
hard
see
to-
a slight grin.
It makes sense. And I'm sorry. For
Don't be
make-
sorry. Don't pity. Don't apologize.
Well, then I'm not sorry. As she says that, you can see a smirk come across her face.
But now these papers... I don't know if, Drax has a spell on you, if there's anything on this. I hope to whatever deity is of better use than that stupid spider. That I did not just put some kind of issue with the, Ah, man, I can never remember his name. But with the last fella, I gave him the dagger.
Hobart.
But Hobart. It finally came to me, Hobart. I don't know if I did. I guess that is his problem. I am not sorry for that.
Fire crackles. You see little drips of water coming from the ceiling where the heat of the flames melts the frozen ice that sticks to the roof of the cave. The sound of the storm begins to recede outside, the wind growing more and more quiet. You can look and you see there's about a 3-foot drift of snow now that's accumulated at the mouth of the cave. And all of you just stand around the fire, the flames crackling, illuminating your faces with flashes of amber and yellow and shadow.
Now, being uncomfortable with this sharing of privacy, personal, intimate stories, will kind of just silently get up and walk towards the mouth of the cave. He's doesn't say anything, doesn't look at anyone. He'll just get up and walk away and go look out the mouth of the cave and look at the storm.
The footsteps of Valfino crunch in the snow and ice as he moves toward the mouth of the cave. And Valfino, you stare out across the frigid waters, the night sky illuminated above, and just with the flame that comes from behind you, from the fire, there's just enough light. You briefly see those yellow eyes in the trees beyond, and then in a flash disappear, leaving only the sound of the wind and the babbling of the waters around the frozen chunks of ice.
Rasmus, this whole time, while listening to the story, He's just stared into the fire as it crackles and sputters with every drop of water that falls onto it. And he's just held this very plastic smile. Not like grinning, but just like a neutral smile, just staring into the fire. And then once it is over, he nods. He doesn't look at Anaho. He doesn't say anything in particular. But he just nods. Thank you for sharing that.
I don't even know why. It's not like in this frozen, desolate, horrible. And I'll look over to Rizia.
And she has like no furs on, and she like actually took out some of her wet clothes, and she's just sitting there like totally unfazed. She's just like,
Place. I hate this place. Anyways, I don't know what good any of that does, but
Oh. If you
Yeah.
die, at least one of us will remember a bit more.
I mean, that's a little morbid, Rasmus, but of all places that we've been, Spine Castle and Relastra, as that this is the least miserable place I've been.
I don't know if you guys know, but I don't have a mark.
I know you don't have a mark.
I don't die. I don't die. Not to say you will, Rizzy. I didn't mean it like that. I just mean, Rasmus, I don't die. That's all I mean.
And what I mean is we all die twice. One the first time when our body and breathing stops. The second time when those forget who we are.
Well, go tell that to the drow.
I'd rather tell it to a friend.
Well, I mean, the death is only twice. Like, I'm not quite catching your drift. Like, the death only happens twice, because they make it happen a lot.
Wow, way to ruin a poignant statement. I felt that, Josh.
Kind of
Yeah,
statement.
yeah.
Hey,
she's
both of you get Josh and Rasmus 1d6 inspiration. Add that to your list. Fantastic role play.
And after he says that, he'll just chuckle and nod, and he will then begin to use Identify on the silver thick mother truckin' 2 chains. That's my one anachronism. That he got from Hextor's temple.
Okay, you being again concentrating, and you've seen him do this. He pulls out some regents and concentrates, and as he hovers over this, he just stares at it. And you've seen it. This often takes him an hour or more, and he just moves to this place of concentration. You know you cannot speak to him, and Rasmus removes himself from the conversation. Anyone else doing or saying anything? Valfino, anything you're doing as you're staring out the window or the entry to the cave? Entry to the cave, the door.
To the window. Sorry.
To the wall.
All right. No, Val's just still kind of out there. He's keeping an eye out for the big fuzzy kitties and just keeping to himself. He's contemplating Anaho's story, and that kind of takes him back to his own. So he's just preoccupied, just standing there looking out.
Rizia will look down at her glyph just to see how much time she has left.
All right, you look down, and it looks like your glyph is about a third of the way gone now.
And Rowan's?
You look over at Rowan's hand, and you see hers is about a third of the way remaining. She may have perhaps 10 days. No, Mikey B, this giveaway is for the Mordenkainen's Fantastic Adventure reprint, Lightning Source reprint, World of Greyhawk WG5, complete with all the maps. That's the giveaway we're doing now. And I see we're sitting at about 70-something viewers. This is, by the way, has full color maps, black and white maps. This is a gorgeous, fun adventure. I mentioned earlier, should we crest over 80? And we've still got some time left tonight. It's Vivi's late night. We'll give away one of these very seasonal limited edition. Very few people have these blue box Bone Dragon logo sweatshirts. If we get over 80 tonight. Okay. Anyone else doing anything as Rasmus is concentrating? Anything else you're going to do before you bed down for the night?
Just as my stuff dries, assemble it, organize it, put it all together, get it ready for the next day.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Vivi, I sent you a message on Discord. And then John.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
I'm just kidding. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, double check yourself. Check yourself.
Do you
before
want a picture or no?
I mean.
Oh gosh! Wow. Okay, we went right there, did we?
That right now.
Hang on 1 second.
But John, once I'm done casting Identify on the chain, I will then cast Identify on the Goblin Staff that I got from sessions ago.
Okay. So on the chain, this is a chain of natural armor +1.
Hey, another one! Sick!
Now, if you know anything about natural, you cannot stack those. But natural armor, of course, can be stacked with protections. So you can have a ring of protection, and you can also have natural armor.
So I can't have two now?
No, you cannot have two natural armors. Unfortunate. And then as the night grows later, anyways, he's concentrating over this goblin staff. Anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and take that. As I have all my stuff now sorted and organized, accounted for, I'll set the papers on top of my pack, and go ahead and take my dagger venom. It's with my pack. My dagger returning, though, I keep on me, and head over to Valfino.
Okay. Valfino has come back in, is bedding down, getting ready for the night, and you see Anaho come walking over to you. Thanks, Wiley.
Thanks, Wiley.
Val will not really look up and just continue to lay out his mat that he found earlier.
You'll see that in a understanding how knives work, daggers work, throwing it not nonchalantly, but just kind of so it lands in front of you. I'm sure you recognize this dagger. It'd probably be better if you had it. Remember, it will return to you.
Val will still not look at Anaho and just, I already have a dagger.
I understand. But we run the same type of street. And for whatever excuse you need to make to take it, just take it.
Val will stop what he's doing, reach to his side and pull out his own dagger, and holding it by the tip, kind of just hold it up to Anaho. Kind of as a trade.
You're slightly off center on camera, Becca. If you could move over just a bit. There you go. Perfect.
Take it out, hold it up as a trade. Hilt towards Anaho.
And I'll reach out because I'm short instead of down. But I'll reach out and gently, knowing that your fingers are on the blade, and just that swiftness, you'll feel the pressure of the blades between your fingers just go away.
Then Val will reach forward, take the dagger of returning and put it in the same sheath that the other dagger was in.
Okay.
You'll then just not say anything and continue to go out to laying his bed out.
I'll go ahead and walk back to my stuff, but as I do, just so you know, Valfino, as I have recently discovered, if someone else picks it up, it will no longer come back to you. So, be mindful.
But
And
don't
I'll-
throw it at the person that's saving you. You can hear Rizia like by the fire.
As you finish identifying Rasmus, the staff, you find it is in goblin tongue called the Flame Staff. It has, you're able to discern, it has 9 charges remaining. It can cast Firebolt. Each Firebolt is 1 charge. It can also cast Fireball at level 6, and that takes 3 charges.
1 charge. Fireball. Fireball level what?
6. And that takes 3
Six.
charges.
6. Three charges. Amazing. And when Rizia says this snide remark, he just kind of like pops her on the side of the head, like, no, face forward. I still need to work on you. As he's going over her wounds.
And yeah, you definitely see a lot of her wounds now that a lot of her clothing, her wet clothing, has been taken off, and she's sitting there to dry. But again, like she's just doesn't appear cold at all.
And you like the tremendous musculature, like knotted ropes of massive muscle across her back. It's actually quite intimidating.
So what'd you find about that goblin stick of yours?
Thankfully, it can pack quite a punch. It might be my ally. It might even be good for you to have it, so you have a bit more of a distance possibility. I know you may not like it, but that axe can only reach so far.
And that's
And
fine.
we
It's
can't-
gotten me this far, has it
We
not?
can't always rely on Val to be able to take down a mage. I have
Listen.
ability to reach, you do not. And you also understand Goblin, do you not?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you did. I thought you did.
No, that was Valfino.
Oh,
not
that was
me.
Valfino.
Yeah.
That was Valfino. Right.
I speak Orcish, yeah. So not me. Thank you very much.
Okay.
As you actually say that, she does look down at the dent in her great axe as she's kind of cleaning her great axe. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
And he's gonna pop the little like blow dart stick onto her, because that's how he casts it, right? Totally. He just
Yeah.
like, and then
No.
fireball, right? Yeah,
Nope.
totally.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
And
And she kind of holds it like this. Like, how do I use this thing?
And he's gonna kind of start to tell her about it as John. I also sent you a message. As he's trying to heal her, and he's like not absent-mindedly, but talking to her about this, that, or the other. This is how you activate it. This is how, like, you imagine the burning flame. You imagine the target, and you face it towards them, almost like you're trying to flick something off your finger.
And
It's a
you
swish and flick.
and you intrinsically know, even as you're saying this, it's hopeless. There is no way. You have to have the ability to at least manipulate magic items to be able to use this staff. And Rizia, particularly as a barbarian, really has not much use for magic, although she can overcome that as she is, getting stronger and stronger in levels. But it is not something that she would bother with here.
And as he sees it going further on and further on, he's like, maybe not. Would I know if anyone in the party can use this then besides myself?
You don't really know. I mean, you're not sure what Anaho's capabilities are.
I haven't seen any of them use magic though,
No.
so he's gonna sadly have to take it back and pocketed it.
Okay.
Boo.
All right. And so with that, you conclude the evening. When you wake up the next morning, the sun is out, but there is little warmth to be found. The wind maintains a nice stiff breeze that it now blows through the opening. Much of the snowdrift has been blown away. And before you gather your items and move on, is there anything else you want to do inside this cave?
Yeah, have I noticed anything about the ring that I put on?
No, you haven't.
Okay. So I will walk over to Rasmus and take the ring off I don't know if this is just valuable, if this is fake, or if you can use it in some way to, I don't know, do your little eye trick and figure out what it is. But if it's of value to you, Rasmus, I have not been able to figure it out.
You
So-
couldn't have asked me this last night before I went to bed when I got all okay. Yeah, sure.
Look,
As-
yesterday was a long day for me.
He's going to take the ring, but yeah, as everyone's kind of getting ready, packing up, and as the morning routine's going about, he's going to freaking cast Identify.
You could just put it on. That's what I did.
No, that won't tell you what it is.
No.
No, but you could just put it on. It's fine.
Okay. As you identify, it takes about an hour, as I said earlier, and it is a ring of charisma.
Ooh.
Adds +2 to the charisma of the wearer.
Put it back on Anaho. Just kidding. It'll help him when he's in water.
Let me see something. Oh, my charisma ain't great. I mean, it's not horrible. Rasmus. Gosh dang it, John. Rasmus, after the hour, will look at the party. This ring makes you a little bit better looking, as well as makes your words a bit more silky, easier for people to hear. So
We'll sit up when you say this.
I do feel like you have the silky words when talking with others. Unless Anaho, it is your ring. Would you like it back?
If my words need to be silky, then they can choke on my dagger.
Wonderful. As he's gonna pop it over to Val.
Val just puts it on. And then he takes out his magic floating rock too. Because he's like,
And flips it up. It starts spinning over your head. And in moments, you set out. You easily are able to move around the edges of the cliff and get up to the next level of the mountain side. And as you move on, you can see the snow is stopped. There are footprints all over. Some of them look like that large cat. Others are substantially large humanoid footprints.
What do you suggest, Rizia? We can watch around us, but where do we go? This place is. And he'll stop himself from, degrading the place any further.
Okay.
This place is not comfortable. Where do we go?
It's the most comfortable we're gonna get until the storm passes.
Where
And
do
it's
we go?
okay. You can say how you really feel. I really said how I really felt in Relastra, and you said it was like home. So,
Well, you
I
can
mean,
understand why it was better than home.
yes.
Well,
Now,
I'm sorry.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I totally get it now. Yeah. But
All right. As you're talking, moving forward, so Rizia still in the front, correct?
yes.
Rizia, as you're walking, you can see now the footsteps are everywhere in this area. The snow has been packed down, and you see the trees to your left. One of them seems to shake.
And she'll call attention to the group. Don't you dare, Amanda.
Also, Vivi, I'm just going to send you because I've been trying to add up the total from the
Oh,
healing
yes.
last night. Yeah, I
Okay.
got you. Give me a second.
Okay. She will kind of just hold her hand up like this and point to the direction.
She points off to the left.
Val reaches for his crossbow.
Lord Forth, the footprints look like they're, let's say, 4 times human size.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, just to be clear, 4 times the human size of a foot.
A footprint, yeah, the human size of a footprint, yeah, like four times bigger than it. Oh yes, yeah. No, sorry, no, yeah, sorry.
Well,
4 times bigger than a human footprint. Yeah, sorry.
I was like, I wouldn't put it past John, but
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
As you look around, you hear a deep and guttural, and the tree shakes again.
Anybody fight a giant before? Or she takes out her great axe.
I don't know if you've noticed, Rizia, everything I fight is a giant.
I mean, very fair.
Val puts back his crossbow because he's like, this ain't gonna do nothing. He goes for his sword.
Rasmus will lean into Val. It might be best to stay distant with your crossbow. As he's going to be pulling his crossbow out because he's like, nah, I ain't getting close to whatever the
As you pull it out, it's as though the brandishing of the weapons creates the summons, and suddenly, bursting from the trees,
Don't you dare.
you see a massive, this must be the great furry bastard referred to by Murin, a creature that stands 12 feet tall, horned, massive fangs comes bursting from the trees where it was so well disguised and difficult to see. And we go to initiative.
He's so cute. I want to keep him.
Oh, you Rizia.
Val takes out.
DM has a 5 on the die.
Oh, who is it? It's me?
It's totally you.
Yeah,
Rizia.
it's you.
Wait, does he have a collar? Can I keep him?
Yeah.
What do you have? What did you have? Ah!
Okay, roll again.
Roll.
DM has a 5 again on the die.
I have a 1.
No.
All right. The creature steps forward toward Rizia, and with a great roar, it reaches down with massive clawed hands. The first one, Rizia manages to duck underneath. The second, ooh, dead hit. Boom! It slams into you with tremendous force. You have never been hit this hard by anything. I mean, not that it's the most damage you've ever taken, but the force behind it. You take 12 points of damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save, DC 15.
My healing is useless. What am I
7.
doing?
I rolled a 7, but I have a +10 in fortitude.
Okay, so it's a 17. You're knocked back just a couple of feet, but you can tell the force of this blow could easily have knocked you back much further. Now, as we go to the party, we're going to start with you, Rizia.
So Rizia will immediately enter a rage. With that first hit and getting blown back, she kind of gets to her feet again, and then she'll pull out her great axe. She has elemental rage, so on her first, she uses once per rage. A barbarian with swift action can use her melee attacks to deal an extra 1d6 points of energy damage, so she's going to do fire.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay, so the first one, 20 to whammy, 23 to hit.
That just hits. Thick fur as you slam your axe into it. There's no, armor per se, but the fur is thick and dense. You bite through it and you feel flesh beneath. Warm blood seeps that white fur red. Roll your damage.
So 25 points of damage with the great axe plus 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Deep
decent.
gouge. Roll your second attack.
Okay, so a second attack. I will attack again with the great axe. Wow. 6 plus 5. No, 11.
Second time, it bats your axe away as you try to attack. And now we go to Anaho. Go ahead.
How long would it take for me to apply a poison to an arrow?
That'd be a full round action.
Okay. So I would like to back up 10 feet towards the trees away from the group
Okay.
so we're not cluttered. And then I would like to take my action to remove and apply 1 use of the 5 uses of that snake venom.
You mean the spider venom?
Yes, that's what I meant.
All right. You pull that out and you begin coating it. Now we go to Rasmus.
Rasmus will actually seeing this. All right. He's also gonna look over at Val like, he's then gonna like put his crossbow down off a sling as it's just gonna swing to his side. He's gonna pull from his pack the goblin staff.
Okay.
And he's gonna immediately just like, all right, as he's gonna pull his hand back, and a little bit of bead of orange will begin to glow on the end of it. As you said, how tall was this creature?
It's about 14 feet tall.
14 feet tall. I'm gonna aim at that tree to its right.
Okay.
He's gonna throw that fireball at 6th level at that tree.
Okay. And the radius on the fireball is going to be 20 feet. Rizia, you're going to need to make a save on that.
That's okay.
It is right there at the edge. It's super close. It's going to be a reflex save. What's the DC on that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, so the level 6. Okay, you're going to do a DC 16 on that, and the creature will as well.
Hang on, I have okay, so what did he say? I have uncanny dodge. Does that work?
That means if you make your save, you will not take half damage.
Okay.
And it says fire to the tree.
Set fire. Okay, sorry, what was I doing?
A DC 15 save.
Reflex save.
As a ball of fire extends from the staff, Josh could not wait to use his new toy. What'd you roll?
I got a nat 20.
Rizia leaps back as the ball of fire, very nice, blossoms. And now we go, and the creature it gets hit, but you can see the fur partially protects it. Roll 66. It's going to take half damage.
20 points of fire damage.
That's half? No, that couldn't be. That's 10.
No, half.
All right, yeah, so 10 points. Boom! The fire blossoms, and the creature lets out another. Ooh, that was horrible. Let me try again. There we go. That was much better. I don't know what that first one was. That was it's like he was going through the change of puberty or something on that first one. Okay. Rowan steps forward with her blade and swings. That is a hit, and that is a miss. One of Rowan's strikes slashes through the fur. More blood flows from the leg. Pretty good blow, but the creature is obviously quite strong and still stands. And now we go to initiative.
Wait, DM.
No,
Yes.
Val doesn't get to go.
Oh, did I not go Val? Oh, I'm sorry, Val. Go
Val
ahead.
doesn't get to go.
Go ahead, Val.
Val will aim for the face with his crossbow.
Okay, roll to hit.
A nat 1.
Oh, no!
Oh my goodness. And you're firing into crowded combat.
No.
The tree does take flame.
Sick.
Now roll again.
That's awesome.
Even if you don't fumble.
Come on, fumble. Hit Rasmus somehow.
Stop that,
That was
Josh.
nat 1.
No. No, you're kidding.
No.
Twice in one session.
We have double nat ones in the same session?
Becca, you have plus
I
ones
think-
to use.
Okay, wait. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Wait.
No, but I'm just saying
4.
you guys
Okay, so
have
wait. So that's 1 in 400, and then.
He's calculating the odds.
So these weren't back to back, but had they been still.
Please, let us be the one.
That would be like
once again.
1 in 160,000, I think is correct. If you rolled 4 ones in a row on a 20,
That's
so
it.
20 on 20 is 400, then 400 times 20 is 8,000, then 8,000 times 20, yeah, that's going to be 106. That's insane. That is insane. No, just the number was so big I had to check it like 3 times. Now, it wasn't back to back to back, but still, that is... all right, so roll percentile dice and add 20 as we go to the missile weapon fumble tables.
Yay!
What would be the what am I rolling?
The
Percentile
D10,
one.
the
This
the
one.
two.
Rasmus, you're in no danger.
Like this.
No, come on.
No, you're behind everything.
I know.
This guy.
This is...
Yeah.
Yep, that's one
Yep,
of them.
that's it.
Uh-huh.
Get the other one that looks like that only has single numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, roll those 2 together.
Oh, Rowan.
My goodness, no.
It's either Rowan or Rizia.
All right. So I
Bring the pain.
60, and then a 7, and then you said add 20.
So it's a
it's gonna be 87.
87? I think that's the same. Oh my gosh. Except that was a melee weapon. All right,
I
so
got like a 73, but mine was a
Guys,
fall.
I'm fired. Just
No, you're not.
No, you're
fired.
fine.
No, you're just Uthar.
Yeah, that's why.
So
Uthar is the one who
Uthar.
shot Lilith, I think, for the first time.
Yeah.
all right.
Cracker.
As you pull the bolt back, you feel when you click and release, it's like a misfire. There's a snap. The string snaps back, hits you in the face. You feel a crack in the center of the crossbow. It is broken. You take 12 points of damage. The crossbow is broken. The errant arrow strikes Rizia. As the bolt flies, Rizia takes
no.
I thought we were friends.
8 points of damage. Suddenly from the side, thunk! A crossbow bolt hits you. And you, my friend Valfino, are stunned.
Oh, stud.
How many points of damage did I take? Sorry.
You took 8 points of damage.
8. Okay, thank you.
Holy crap.
And I took 12.
Thank you,
right?
Rory.
All right. And now we go to initiative, the next round.
Oh my gosh.
Josh, it's you.
No!
Oh, I've got a 6! Yes!
Oh, okay.
And I haven't forgotten my +1s, Manda. I have 2 of them, right? Can you remind me, or do I have 3? All right, so I have initiative.
Thank you.
Well, as unfortunate as this fellow is, have you seen it? Viewers, do you see it? You hear a second one come crunching through the trees. I love the way... Don't these things just blend so nicely with the trees? They are so gorgeous. And it comes rushing forward toward Rizia. There are 2 of them. And this one will attack...
I'm just a baby.
We'll attack. Let's see. So let's see. 1 to 3 Rizia, 4 to 6 Rowan. Actually, Valfino's in range too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rizia, and this one. So both of them are attacking Rizia now. And we roll to hit.
Oh my gosh.
You dodge. It's chaos. There's growling and grunting and snow being thrown up all around you. Claws swipe. You duck out of the way. And even as you do so, you fall back into a claw from the other side. And then a third claw. Ow. You are hit twice. You are hit twice by the claws. I need you to make 2 of those fortitude saves, DC 15.
20 fortitude, right?
Yep. Make 2 of those
For
saves.
the first one. Ooh, the second one is 17.
Okay, you're buffeted back and forth. You're actually knocked back, but then the other one knocks you back forward. You take 28 points of damage between those attacks, and
I have uncanny dodge, so does that work then?
no, that's for like dodging things like like lightning bolt, fireball, reflex save. But the one that hit you, it actually then leans down for a third attack and goes to bite. You see this massive maw. Remind me exactly what your armor class is when you're raging.
13.
Yeah, that's a hit. It grabs shoulder. You feel a crunch. And you take 12 more points of damage as it bites down. You have blood streaming from your shoulders, from your chest. Your back is scratched from the one that hit you from behind. Your blood seeps into the snow, steaming up all around you. And now we go to you, Rizia.
Amanda saying I have a full heal, so would I be able to take that potion, or how does that work?
You have a potion. You'd have to dig it from your pack, and that would take you a round. So you would lose your attack this round. You would also, that would provoke an attack of opportunity. You know that as well.
Come on.
Because you got to turn to your pack. You're sort of, so it provokes an attack of opportunity. But you can do that. Is that what you want to do? It wouldn't be 2 full attacks. It'd be 1 attack for each. It'd be like one claw for each. Oh, thank you very much, Robert. Oh, you got +5 from Robert.
Before they can attack me?
What's that?
I can consume it before they can attack me?
No. You're pulling it out of the pack. That's when the attack of opportunity is provoked.
All right, well, we all gotta die sometime.
Okay.
Oh, you're doing it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like this close, so either I either do it and die, or...
The first one swipes. It misses you. The second one, that is a hit. The claw slams you from the side. And on this one, you take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Are you out?
No, I'm still standing.
Whew. It rakes. Blood is streaming. Your flesh is ribboned all over. And you then quaff the potion. As you quaff the potion, was that given by Pat Draws? Is that where that came from?
So.
I think that was a Pat Draws potion from a while back.
Red draws.
So assuming he's still in, thank you very much. And you do have the +5. You feel incredible healing. It's almost a shock to the system as it goes through you. And now we go to the rest of the party, with the exception of Valfino, who is stunned this round. All right, let's go to you, Rowan. Will swing. Now she is flanking because this one has turned its back on her.
Did Rowan attack last time?
Yeah, she did. She hit. She hits one time. Her blade bites in again. This one is now looking pretty wounded. It's been hit several times, and its fur is turning a crimson red. Now we go to Anaho.
Come on, Anaho.
Okay. I'll yell out, be sure you'll give me cover. It's odd to say because I'm in the back. But I yell out for them to give me cover because I need the time. And I'll release this bolt with the venom on it at the nearest creature.
All right, roll to hit.
When do I use inspirations?
Inspirations can be used at any time, and you add a 1d6 to any roll.
I can use it on this one?
Uh-huh.
Sweet heavens, I'm using it. I'm glad I used it.
You already know their armor class. Thanks again, Robert.
Let's see, that's plus...
Come on, dude.
Thanks,
14
Amanda.
to hit.
What's that? What's the
14 to hit.
The bolt goes off into the trees. The poison slicked as you put it on the tip. Some of the slickness of the fingers got on the feathering, and it goes off errant. Now we go to Rasmus.
Oh, right, Valfino's. Gosh, dang it, Valfino. Okay, Rasmus just looks over, sees Valfino kind of Mortal Kombat, head spinning in the final RKO, and he's like, come on. And he's gonna run up, pulling his blade out, and as he runs up, I'd like to make whatever, from what I've been taught as an Inquisitor and everything like that, what type of monster this is. If I can make a monster board.
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll d20.
Okay, just give you the straight d20 roll.
Uh-huh.
15 on the die.
You don't identify these. You've heard lore of these monstrous creatures that roam the mountains. They've been called by different names, but the Yurin Furim was the reference from Murin, and that's the only name that comes to mind for you.
Okay, he's gonna use a swift action, just blowing it. If he can get up to the back of this one large creature.
Uh-huh, yeah, he can.
He's going to blow the swift action by Bane, and thinking of the the monster type of giants. And he's going to swing against the creature.
Okay, roll to hit.
That is going to be a...
And by the way, the Bane does not take effect. That monster type is too vague.
Good to know. So it is not a giant. Okay. Then that is going to be a 26 to...
That's a hit.
Sorry,
No?
24 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Yeah, you've already figured out their armor class is 23.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, freak. That's, easy to hit, whatever. That is going to be 10 points of slashing damage.
Nice. All right. And that is everyone for the round. Now we go to initiative again. And the DM has...
Valfino.
Valfino, it's you.
Yep, Valfino, you're up, and you're no longer stunned.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Come on.
Oh, your nails look
Money
nice.
Yeah, your nails do look
Lovely nails.
Yeah, wonderful.
You're muted.
Oh, we hit 81 viewers. If we hang with that for just another second, we'll do the a 4. DM had a 5. All right. So the creatures now. This one again attacks Rizia. No, actually, hold on, because you hit it twice from behind as well. Rowan hit it, so I need to re-roll that. It does, in fact. It turns around at Rasmus and Rowan. This one is attacking Rizia. Rizia, that is a miss. That is a nat 20. I'm going to use 5 of my +1s to create advantage to try to roll this critical. So mark those 5 +1s off for me, Amanda.
God.
I'm going to try to confirm this critical.
I swear, if Rizia dies here, I'm gonna be so pissed. We're gonna kill Rowan.
And it's a good thing I did, because I had a 4, and on the other one I had an 11 with his bonus. That definitely hits a 13. I go to the crit tables.
To kill me.
At least he's embracing it now.
On Blue Box RPG.
I don't want to kill any of... I never want to kill PCs. Ever, ever, ever.
At least you took that full heal.
He says
'cause-
every time he.
We drop back below 80. Let's get it back above 80.
Come on, keep.
All right.
Let's get
We're
it up,
giving-
guys.
Yes.
Okay.
What Josh said.
Just like a Naho, keeping it slick on the tip of the bowl.
Nice. Nicely done. All right.
I love how uncomfy Rory gets.
Right after the full heal, too.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
It's a visceral reaction.
Okay.
We love
Rory,
you,
you should
Becca.
be used to it by now.
It's been like two-ish years.
Years of us.
That's insane.
Yeah.
The same thing to him.
We should go back and do a
Wrong
watch
one.
party of our first episode.
We should. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's so cringy though.
Exactly. That's why we should do it and just have commentary.
Oh, it'd be
Oh,
awesome.
that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No.
We could do that for an LMA or something.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay.
80 viewers. Thank you, One Red.
Outstanding. Thank you,
look,
thank
the
you,
old
thank
man
you.
glasses are
There we
on.
go. All right, so we will have that awesome. Don't leave us. We have the module to give away, Mordenkainen's Fantastic Adventure, and we also have now tonight, as a result of the incredible viewership and support of all the Mad Chatters, the limited edition. Very few people in the world have the Blue Box Bone Dragon logo sweatshirt. This thing is cool. It's silver, and it's a replica of our logo, but it's the Bone Dragon version for October, and we'll give that away tonight as well. That'll be our grand prize tonight.
Blue box.
Yes, you are Mad Chatters, one and all. Okay, so the crit. As the creature swipes down, Rizia, you've just quaffed the potion. You toss it into the snow.
He's already taken my leg one.
Oh.
He picks up the potion bottle because he's pissed at you littering.
This was unfortunate that you used that potion. With a howl of bloodlust, the claws catch your arm, and they actually embed to the bone inside the muscle. Rizia is yanked off of her feet by her arm. You feel the arm snap at the elbow. Arm is useless until the fracture is fully healed. It would be 1 month of normal healing. So unless you have some magic healing.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue though.
And so so that arm snaps at the elbow, and you take from that. It's going to be a triple damage. You take 33 points of damage, crack, as you feel the elbow snap, and you are lifted into the air.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Left hand or right hand?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, let me tell you here. So hold on.
Her left hand was closer. It seems like left hand.
Her melon hand.
All right, 1 to 3 for her melon. It is your left arm that has been snapped. It caught the off arm away from the axe and snapped it.
Now that is my glyph hand. So what if I just sever my arm off?
You know?
And then free for my glyph?
You don't know. You could try. All right. As Rizia now dangles from the ground, the one on the opposite side attacks, and 1 to 3 Rasmus, 4 to 6 Rowan.
No.
It is Rasmus.
No.
Rasmus. That is a miss.
20.
Yeah. What's your armor class? It's
16 because I don't have my shield on.
Then that's a hit. You take a claw. 10 points of damage rakes across your chest. And now we go to you, Rizia. You're dangling midair. Your arm snapped. You're actually being held by the muscles and the tendons in the arm.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him twice.
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
Just chop off the arm. Oh.
What'd you say to hit? 23?
Yes.
23 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit.
Let me roll the second one first before
Okay.
I get all
You're just like, you're like,
Second one doesn't hit.
the pain is excruciating, but you hack away. You get 1 hit. Roll damage.
Come on.
Ooh, 10 plus
Big money.
15. So
Holy.
25 points of damage.
the
As she's
freak?
hanging,
Whoa.
arm dangling like that, she swings back with her great axe and swings it and hits him underneath the. I guess if his arm is up, she'll try to get him in the chest then.
Yeah, you bury the axe deep. The blade goes deep into the chest and makes a sucking sound as you yank it
Feel
back
like
out.
The pulling of her arm and the ligaments and stuff like that as she's just swinging back to see purchase to.
Ferocious. Nicely done. All right, now we go to you, Rasmus.
Rasmus is going to attack big boy in front, but he's also going to pull out. Oh no, pulling out his shield would be a swift action, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Then he's going to keep just his blade out, and he's going to once again coat it with Bane, and he's going to try Monstrosity as the monster subtype, or as the monster type.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to use a D6 of that inspiration. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's okay. John, with all the pluses,
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
it comes out to a 12. However,
A 12 with all of those pluses?
with wait. With all those pluses, however, I rolled a 1 on the D20.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Josh, what is going on with you guys? Please roll again.
Please, another nat 1. Please.
Oh my god, if you
another
do,
nat
I
1.
swear.
I want to calculate the odds on that. No. What's the roll?
No, it's
Yeah, there's no way. The odds are like
still doesn't hit though. It's a dirty 20.
that is a fumble. Another fumble. I love it. All right, roll percentile dice.
Okay.
You guys are going to kill yourselves.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not killing myself. Something is killing me.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Okay.
Percentile dice, please. Thank you, Mad Chatters. We've got our giveaways coming in a moment. Type WGH for World of Greyhawk in the chat.
I rolled the 19.
A 19. Okay. The 19 on the hand arms fumble table. You slip.
Worst one you can get.
Fortunately, your weapon is not non-magic, you would have broken it. You slam it, you swing so hard the flat of the blade hits the creature's knee, burn, it reverberates through you, you get no second attack. Now we go to Anaho.
So, John,
Yes.
is it not magic because I coded it in that Bane, or is it not magic?
No, I'm saying it is magic. If it were not magic, it would have broken.
Okay. So
Yeah.
is it magic because I coded it in Bane?
No.
Because I don't...
No, it's already magic.
It's in a magic weapon.
What's that?
My sword isn't a magic.
I thought you had, oh no, you gave that to Rowan.
Gave it to Val.
Oh yeah, okay.
Val, it was
Yeah,
Val
yeah.
mine.
Bang! Snap! Your blade snaps in two on the creature's knee. And now we go to Anaho.
Okay. That is really unfortunate. My last shot missed. Really.
Yes, it is. That's a wasted dose of poison. You have 4 left.
You know, guys, I'm just dying. No big deal.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and give away the World of Greyhawk so we can kick off and get ready for our grand prize here. We'll be done in just a moment. And the winner of the World of Greyhawk module is... GF Powers 4. Been very active in chat tonight, too. Are you still in?
Man. Gosh. Dang.
Let us know if you're still in.
Are you?
Type in the chat. Let us know.
Hi.
Give you a few seconds. Let me check the.
Us. To see us die. Thank you very much.
GF Power. Yeah, he's still in the chat. All right, outstanding. GF Powers, just pop it in there when you get. But well, there's still a chance. The grand prize is yet to be done. Let me go ahead and kick that off, and then we'll get back to our combat here. Sorry to interrupt the momentum, but we are going to wrap up here pretty soon, and I know you all have things to do. So let's go here and.
I'm so pissed.
All right, and it's going to be in the chat. Type exclamation point dragon, exclamation point dragon for the dragon, bone dragon sweatshirt, and I'll put it there. Thank you, Joffrey. All right, so
I'll still be stunned.
no, Val's unstunned. It was only 1 round of stun. Or 2 rounds, yeah, so you're unstunned.
Okay.
This guy here is the giveaway, the Bone Dragon, limited edition. I think there's only like 4 or 5 of these in the wild. They're very, very rare, and that's going to go as our grand prize tonight. Okay, what are you doing, Anaho?
2 questions. Just
Yeah.
2 questions. How far am I currently from the closest one?
You are currently from the closest one. Let me tell you exactly. You are 26 feet.
Man, I'd rather have the other one, but I have too much in my way.
Well, you can step. So you get 10 feet of movement. If you want to, let me see here.
But I was wanting to also end up long term within 15 feet, so I can have
No.
a blank shot. So
Nope.
the other one's too far away.
Yep. So what are you gonna do?
Second question is, can I take my action, and even if it's, I don't know, can I apply poison to 2 arrows instead of just 1?
In the same round, yes, you could take a full round action. Yeah, that would be. You could pull 2 bolts, and you could apply 2 more doses of poison in 1 round.
So I want to apply.
But for that, you'll get no movement. It's just that's all you spend the whole round doing that.
Yep, I'll apply one of the 4 doses of the Black Lotus,
Okay.
and 1 of the 4 remaining doses of the spider poison.
Okay. All right. That is your round. Now we go to you, Valfino.
Val will take his sword, and how far away is he from either of them?
Val, you're like 12 feet away from the closest one. You can easily close that distance and attack.
How about the second one?
From the second one, you are. That's 35 feet, so you can get there this round, but you would not get your full attacks.
Okay. Val will move to the closest one and take a swing.
Roll to hit, Val.
Rizzy's got that one. She'll be fine.
Rizzy has got it. She's got to take care of.
Yeah.
So that's a dice is 17, and then
Yeah, that's going to be a hit for you. Yeah, that's going to get you over 23. Roll your second attack.
Does Valfino have a second attack?
Doesn't Valfino get 2 attacks? I think so. Do you, Val?
I don't know what would give me the second attack.
If you're at a level 6.
It would say like plus something, plus something.
It would
I'm
say.
level-
Yeah, you're level 4. No,
in
then you only
your
have the 1
base
attack.
Attack bonus, it should say
Yeah.
a +6. And
I forgot she's only level 4 because she joined later. So, yeah, that's 1 attack. Roll your damage.
Yep.
What a dingus.
And that would be a D6 or
No, your longsword.
yeah.
Yeah, against this, that's going to be D10.
Oh.
It's large size.
Oh.
Okay. 7.
All right, it's bleeding badly now. It is limping, looks damaged heavily, and Rowan will attack. Oh, most unfortunate. Twice Rowan's blade gets caught up in the fur, doing no damage, and that concludes the round. We'll do one more round of initiative,
Yeah, come on.
and I
do this
won
round.
last time, so it's rotating back around to you, Josh.
No, it's Naho.
no.
Is,
Oh, it's Anaho? Okay, Anaho.
yeah.
DM has a 4 on the die. Wait, did Arizia get another full heal? What's that? You got a 5? Did Rizia get a full?
5.
Somebody put in the chat. Did I miss it? Or is that just asking for one? Wait, blue box, another full heal. Where did I miss that?
Redeemed, restored, Phantom NJ.
Oh, he restored from all of those points. That's what happens when you watch every single stream. Okay, all right. Robert is looking out for you, Rizia. That's obviously not going to happen right now in combat, but should you survive the combat, that would be an answer to your broken arm. Okay, let's go to you, Anaho, since you won initiative. Go ahead.
Come on, Anaho.
All right. Well, I do have movement this turn, so I'll go ahead and take my 10 feet of movement to get me within 15 feet,
Okay,
so that I have my point blank feet advantage.
all right.
I would also, I'd imagine not. I'm gonna ask anyways. Do I have sneak attack right now with everyone circling this thing?
No.
Okay.
Dang it.
All right. I think that's all I get at the moment.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's
This is some great music, John.
Thank you.
I'm using the spider poison on this one. Oh.
Yeah, I felt like we needed some more tunes. Some of the other stuff was getting stale.
Yeah, I agree. It was horrible. It's amazing.
What's the roll? What's the roll?
I'm done doing this. It's a 16.
A 16. Was this the lotus or the spider?
No, the spider. This one's more damage than the other ones.
Yeah, I know.
Spider.
Another one goes off, glances, it actually goes through the fur and just shoots out the other side, landing in the snow. That is unfortunate. Let's go to Rizia. Rizia tangling midair, the fetid hot breath. It roars in your face. I won't make you make a fortitude save not to pass out from the smell of the breath, but you feel extraordinary pain as its arm is just, lifting you up off the ground. Roll to hit.
Okay. Woo! 18 plus 10.
That is a hit.
So 28. And the second one, 15 plus 5. Yeah!
Oh, you hit twice.
20.
All right, roll your damage.
Okay. First one, 8 plus 15.
23.
23, okay. And the
Holy
second one,
crap.
Boom! You bury the axe in its chest again. You pull it back out.
21 total.
Boom! As you're doing this, you're jostling back and forth, and yep, you feel an excruciating as all the force back and forth, the claw just rips through your tricep, shredding it to ribbons. You drop to the ground, spouting blood everywhere. You take 18 points of damage as it rips through your arm, and you fall to the ground, blood streaming all over the creature again, screams as blood comes from its chest. And now we go to Rasmus, your blade. You're staring at a broken blade in your hand.
Rasmus, having just hit this creature, seeing between the creature's legs at what's going on with Rizia.
Yeah, you can see it. You see her drop to the ground right through its legs.
He will pull his shield from his side and just sprint past this creature to get to Rizia.
Okay. You going through the legs, left or right?
Logically, it's impossible for me to go through the legs because I know we're in combat, so it's moving around.
Yeah. It's fairly. It doesn't really need to move. It's pretty stationary, but it would be. Yeah, I mean, it's your choice. I'm not trying to influence you.
If it's quickest to go through the legs, what sort of check would that end up being?
You're going to make a dex check at a -2, so you need to roll under your dexterity -2. So if your dex is 14, you need to roll a 12 or lower, as an example.
Okay. And I'm going to use my other D6 of inspiration for this to -8.
All right, so if you do that, you make it, you'll actually be able to get to her in that same round.
Okay.
That's a great visual for you there, Josh.
Yep. I'm used to that. Mother.
What'd you roll? What'd you roll? Tell me it wasn't a 1. A nat 20? Oh yeah, you're the opposite direction. Oh!
No way.
All right. I'm sorry, I have to do it. Forgive me. As you leap through, the creature is stationary, but you fail to note as it was rocking back and forth. The massive scrotal sac was swinging. It had gone backwards as you leap forward. It comes back forward. You are slammed in the face with a massive sack and knocked backwards. And that is where Blue Box will conclude tonight. Oh, Josh, only you, my friend.
And that is where Blue Balls will stop for today.
Yes, you have been wrecking balled, and you fall to the ground. All right. With that said, see, Archie, glad you hung around. Are you not entertained? With that, we're going to go ahead and wrecking balled is better. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our grand prize giveaway, and we're also going to do our stream MVP vote. We went a little bit long tonight, but nobody had to pick up kids. Nobody had to go put on nursing uniforms, and so it was fun to play a little extra with you guys tonight. Thanks for hanging with us. And
Can you roll for that damage first? I just want
okay, all right.
that sack.
All right.
No, don't take that.
Yes, you do. You take 4 points of concussion damage as it's slapped back, and you have a salty taste in your mouth as you fall back to the ground. All right. We're gonna go ahead. What do you call it? All right. If you're watching tonight and you haven't followed, if you're a follower and you haven't sub, or you're a sub who's giggle fit, we haven't had one of those in a while, Vivi, or if you're a sub who's fired. If you're not on our Discord, we have one question for you tonight. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub, jump in our Discord. It's lots of fun, and we're back over 81 bars. All right, so here's how we're going to do this tonight. All right, so let me bring up the Nightbot. All right, so first of all, the first person who's going to tell us why they should be streamed. Now, don't get confused. If you're new to Blue Box, on this one, when you see your name pop up in the chat, it does not mean you've won yet. We roll for who wins. We roll D20s for who wins. If you're a follower or just a viewer, you get 1 D20. If you're a sub, you get 2 D20s on the roll for this gorgeous limited edition Blue Box Bone Dragon hoodie. Cool hoodie, black with the silver Bone Dragon on it. And we're going to start with you tonight, Anaho. Why should you be stream MVP?
Oh, I should be stream MVP because of warning everyone that I cannot climb, and then proving that I cannot climb, role-playing his reaction to the water, throwing the dagger at Rizia, punching Valfino in the face, and then scavenging through, making sure I have everything, finding the letter, the whole RP with the letter, and just how that all came about of basically hardening the blade, so to speak. Multiple laughs pulled from both Josh and Vivi. And then the dagger being given to Valfino, kind of just that exchange between people of the streets, people, roguish type people. And missing 2 very expensive shots.
Absolutely. And, the role play down below and telling your story, Rory, you did a fantastic job with that. That was a really, really cool moment. And, Rory and I, it was part of the backstory that was originally there, but we really fleshed some of that out. Even earlier today, we spent some time on the phone talking about these love letters, and you really brought that to life. Well done, Rory. And so the question in the chat, the sweatshirt is any size. We custom make these sweatshirts. Actually, my wife custom, Cade and Duke custom makes these sweatshirts. So what the winner is, you just tell us your size, and that's what you'll get. All right. So Anaho, you will be rolling for tonight. Maclamia, a brand new follower from 3 days ago, followed us during virtual Greyhawk Con. Maclamia, thanks for being back tonight with us. Are you still on? Let us know in the chat. You must be present to win. And yes, it looks like Maclamia is in. Just let us know in the chat. But it looks like yes, outstanding. You are in. You are in the giveaway opportunity. Let's go to Valfino. Why should Valfino be stream MVP?
Well, Val had a very emotional moment with Rizia today. He was vulnerable with her and, made that great acrobatic movement of being able to so gracefully get across to the cave, and then went back for Anaho, and then again repeatedly for Anaho stuff.
Yeah.
So Val might have goofed up a couple times today, but don't forget the good things. Don't forget the good things.
No, and the role play was really good, and I don't know why. For some reason, I just thought it was a really cool moment when Val was looking out the mouth of the cave into the night sky, and the awkwardness with the exchange with Rizia. I just thought that was great fun. So you tonight will be rolling for. Second person in the giveaway is Romycune, another new virtual Greyhawk Con follower. Just followed us this weekend. Romycune, are you still with us tonight? Give us a hello in the chat and let us know you're... Yes, all right, outstanding. And by the way, if anybody wants to gift a sub, that would give them a second D20 on the die roll. Now let's go to Josh. Why should Rasmus? I'm gonna actually flip this around because I'm not gonna let Josh do that. Rizia, you're gonna tell me why Rasmus should be stream MVP. Rasmus, you're gonna tell me why Rizia should be stream MVP. Let's start with you, Josh. Why should Rizia be stream MVP tonight?
Rizia should be stream MVP because Rizia, being the good leader of the party, led us through. Thought to tie a rope around Anaho, which definitely saved quite the journey. Dived in after Rasmus after he fell into the water, and as heavy as he is, she pulled him all the way up through the water with his water weight, pulled him onto the island, brought him inside. All of us were able to chill, lay out. Rizia was able to listen and grow a little bit closer to Anaho. She was then able to have the heartfelt moment with Val. That was really incredible and really great role play. And also being able to get more money, even though we all know Rizia doesn't care for money. Then being able to deal, in our travel forward, dealing so much freaking damage and taking the risk to drink the Pat Draw's full heal and still be standing as she has a shredded arm and is still pounding away at this freaking... snow beast.
Yeah, that was well done. And again, I thought she was the most emotive with the story that Anaho had to tell, and I thought that played really well also. All right, so by the way, thank you, Tracy, I Am the Bean, and Chris Bruengal. They gave gift subs to Ro McCune and Curtis. So folks are all subs so far, and you, Rizia, will be rolling for. Oh, Joffrey! You're in the giveaway, Joffrey. Congratulations. He was just saying he never wins, and he is now in the giveaway. Let us know in the chat you're still on.
I think I just saw them.
Yeah, I think he's still in. He's been in all night. Yeah, that's your good luck charm, Pat. You got to say that. And please hang with us, not just for the stream MVP voting, and we want everybody to vote. We really like it. It's good for the players. There you go, Joffrey. You're in the giveaway. It's really good for the players to see the votes and the support. And then we're going to raid Guild Superior tonight. And Dave has a great new Greyhawk stream that he's running, and we want to raid into him with a good raid. So please just hang with us. All right, and then let's go to now. Why should Rasmus be stream MVP? Vivi?
Well, let me tell you a tale. Rasmus should be stream MVP for 1, at the cart, not really paying too much attention and looking around to making sure that everybody was good and safe until they said magic items, and then his eyes went like this. And then he beelined it to the cart to ask what wonderful items that he could not afford that they had. Contemplating how much money he had and if he could afford it, and then moving away, and then following the group, and also Fireside with Anaho's backstory, delivering a wonderful line that completely went.
I know. Yeah. No, he said you die twice. Once when you die, and the second time when everyone that knew you forgets about you.
Oh, yeah.
Forgets about you. And it was such a wonderful moment that Anaho was just like, huh? Like, that's not what the drow say. So, for that moment, for always telling us what the magical items are, taking time.
Yep.
Even though there is plenty of time for him to sit there and do it, and we don't ask him until it's maybe the not most appropriate time or inconveniencing him. And also for not rolling 1, not 2, but 3.
Not once.
And I mean, if anything, like getting balls in the face, like I think he deserves to win stream MVP. I'm just going to end it there. That's all that needs to be said.
I would like to say it's actually 4 nat ones.
Oh, 4.
Yeah, there were 4 nat ones for him tonight.
That was the super fail. I had the broken blade, and then the nat 20. That's effectively
a nat 1, yeah, because the opposite side.
Just to make sure that that's clear.
I think he probably had to use the restroom.
If anybody does need and require this stream MVP, please give it to me.
Manda said, just wait till she writes the recap. I can't wait to read that.
After all that trauma.
Yes, and then GF Powers said you get MVP for your impromptu rendition of Jingle Balls. All right, so you will be rolling for Erasmus. You are rolling for Mood Control, brand new follower tonight. Wow, a lot of new followers that are in the giveaway.
That's awesome.
Mood Control, are you still in? Let us know if you're in the chat. I hope you are. It looks like you are. Just tell us if you are. Please be. Man, so many new followers. Great to see all of you in tonight and joining us. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I've had a lot of fun tonight. These are great players. And we'll get Mood Control. Please let us know you're here, and then I'll see who I'm rolling for, because I will roll on behalf of Rowan. I will be rolling for Tracy. Okay, all right. So Tracy, Mood Control. We're going to give you just a moment. If we don't hear from Mood... Oh, there he is. Okay, so everybody is in.
Sick.
All right, so vote for Stream MVP, upper right-hand corner. And please make sure you vote. Anaho, Valfino, Rasmus, or Rizia. Pick who you think should be... They get 1,000 experience points, so it means something to them. All right, go ahead. Tell us who you're rolling for and make your roll. Let's start with you, Rory.
I am rolling for Maclemia.
Okay, and they are a sub now, and now Mood Control is a sub. Thank you, Tracy. That's so sweet. Everybody's a sub now.
So I hate to let down new people, but I roll low. I got a 13.
A 13. Okay. Let's go to you, Becca. Tell us who you're rolling for.
I'm not sure who I'm rolling for. I'm sorry.
Becca.
Oh, thank you, Justinius. I appreciate that. All right, Amanda will tell you in a moment. She's following all that stuff. Let's go to
Larry King.
you, Vivi. Tell us who you're rolling for. Yes, Nutcracker.
No, wrong. I am rolling for the Storycaster of Dice.
Okay, here we go, Joffrey.
Okay, ready?
He's been wanting to win.
15 for the first one.
Yep.
What's the highest number right now?
13, so you're now highest.
Ooh, okay, here's the second one. Oh. Is that a 9 or 6? 6 on the second.
All right, so we have a 15 for Joffrey.
15.
All right, so you have Rowan Mycune, or 15, yeah. So you have Rowan Mycune, Becca. So roll for Rowan Mycune.
Thank you.
Nat 20.
Really?
No.
Really? Okay, there it is, Rowan Mycune. You are in the lead. Let's go to you, Josh. Sorry, Joffrey. Josh, tell us who you're rolling for and make your roll.
I'm rolling for what I need right now. Mood control. Okay, 2d20. Here we go. Nope, that's a 15 and an 8.
Okay, I'm going to roll for Tracy. Can I beat it, or is Rowan Mycune the winner tonight? A 10 and a 17. 17 would have won it, but unfortunately, no. Becca has it with Rowan Mycune, and the stream MVP is Rasmus. Of course it is. All right, so everybody go in our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, you should be in our Discord. We have a chat that happens all week long. We've got a birthday channel, but we have cool D&D chat. We have separate sub-channels for each of our different campaigns. We do write-ups and stories. Hints, tips, tricks, memes, fan art. Oh, God, memes are good every day. You should be in our Discord. That's where we do all of our announcements. You can follow all things Blue Box in our Discord. It's been popping lately. We've had like 12 or 13 new people in the Discord in the last week. And so please join that. And join us. No LMA tomorrow. We'll be back with Tears of Aird on Sunday at 1:30 Central, and we're going to go ahead and get ready to raid Guild Superior. So please make sure you say hi to Dave and hang around for at least a little bit to give them some support. That's a great stream they have. Josh, congratulations.
This is a very bittersweet moment.
It is. You know, it's a bitter salty moment,
Yeah.
Josh. It's a bitter salty moment. It's not sweet.
Yep.
All right, we're going to kick off our raid. Thank you, all the Mad Chatters. Thank you. You guys are the best community in all of Twitch. If you haven't followed us, please give us a follow. Join our Discord. We'll see you right back here on Sunday at 1:30. Blue Box signing off. We love you all. Have a great night. Raiding now.
We raided.
It has been raided. The raid has happened. Now I will kill the stream.